We are live. I've got Ava with me. It's virtual speed networking. Let's do this. Woo woo, party time. I got my hype girl here. She's going to be getting us all energized for the day. Hope you guys are excited to join. All right, so here's how it's going to work, my friends. This is a very new experience for virtual speed networking. I don't know if this music is too loud. Let me know in the comments, guys, if this stuff is too loud for you. We're going to have some background music sometimes. It's going to be pretty fun. But here's how it's going to work, folks. If you are tuning in and you want to get on stage, you want to talk about your business, all you have to do is text in the keyword speak. Text in the keyword speak, and you'll be able to get backstage. I'll start seeing people backstage. If you're already part of our community, you'll easily be able to get on stage. If you're not so far, when you're on manifestation.com/live, you're going to see a Get Featured tab right below the video. Hey, look, go, Money. Come on, shoot my shoes. Oh, Money's fun here. Let's do this. It's all good. We're live, people. We're live. We're going to have some fun here. All right. So here's how we're going to get this party started. This is Network of Influence, and we are doing it a little differently. Normally, we've done like a Remo thing where you join in on Remo and you're going table to table. Some people get stuck by themselves. Some people are there with 4 to 5 people at their table, but I wanted to give you guys the full experience. So we're going to be bringing you guys on the main stage and get you guys to tune in. So we're going to get this party started soon. We got a bunch of texts going out, so we'll be getting people in. Let me see if I put it in the right link. Yes, everything works good. We're good. I typed it out literally while I'm going live, so I was like, hopefully I typed it right. That'd be correct. That'd really be bummy if I didn't. All right, so who do we have tuning in? Just go ahead and comment on the video. If you're watching on manifestation.com/live, you could either press play on the video. You could click on the video itself to be on YouTube so you can add comments to it. And we got Ava brushing her hair. I mean, this is live. What are we going to do here, folks? All right, I got my tea here. So we're going to be here for quite a while sharing some pretty awesome resources for you guys to be able to access and be able to plug into. So let's get this going. So looking at Network of Influence, I'll give you guys kind of an update for the last. If you're gonna brush your hair, can you do it somewhere else? I mean, right in front of the camera. This makes no sense. This girl's just like brush my hair, brush my hair. See all my knots, everybody. This girl's hilarious. Too funny, too funny, too funny. All right. Well, I want to get some people commenting in here because I want to see the live comments. Whether you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're watching on Manifestation. Let me know where you're at, people. I can't see any of these comments. Let me see how the texts are coming in. I see a lot of those coming in. I don't want to see the comments on here. It's a lot easier when I can get the comments going and flowing. So let's see how that goes. Dun, 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 dun. See how these chats are flowing in. Got it. Cool. On my cell. Perfect. Now, just FYI, you don't need a cell phone, or actually you don't need anything more than a cell phone. Oh, we got Lauren West tuning in from Los Angeles. Awesome. See how easy it is? I can just pop you guys right up on the video there. Lauren, if you got the ability to text in the keyword speak, and that way we could bring you backstage and bring you on stage. So it's a little interesting, different format where we're going to be bringing people in virtually. I love her hair. Yep, this girl's doing her hair over here. She's staying busy. Our hype girl ain't ready yet. You got a question? What's your question, girl?
I just was going out in the 5 minutes, and it's to tango today, and then I was playing, and then I go to the boat, and then can I get a lunch in the dogs, and then I go to the boat, and I go to ocean.
Ronald, thank you, brother. Okay, this is how it works, brother. Instead of typing and speak on a comment, you want to text that in. The only way you're going to get the access to get backstage is you got to text this number right here, 714-369-8528. It's then going to send you the backstage link for you to get in. So would love to have you come in and talk about what you're working on. This is virtual speed networking. So what we're going to be doing, no one yet has texted in, or at least has gotten the link to go backstage. I think Boyce has just done it. So we'll look for you to come in. You're coming in from Grand Junction, Colorado, the Silver Dollar Cowboy. That's what I'm talking about. Gloria says she loves your hair, Ava. So good luck with that. Lauren, if you've texted in, we'd love to get you guys backstage so you guys can share what you're working on. So here's what I'm looking for. I want you guys to share your art of business. That's audience, result, time frame. There is no selling. There is no offers. Nobody has any special deals of the day. So I'm not looking for anything like that. All right. So when you get on stage, do not pitch any special offer. We're not looking for you guys to sell any services. What we are looking for, though, is to get you connected to the people in the room. So if you share your art of business, audience, result, and time frame, that is going to get our audience to know what you're working on, right? What audience do you serve? How do you specialize in what you do, right? Please don't say everyone and anyone. Not a good answer when we want to know who your audience is. I want to know who you can get results with. Who do you actually serve with your business, with your organizations, with your nonprofit, right? The next thing I want to know is I want to know the result that you can get for that audience. What result do they get access to, right? What measurable result? What is something that you can do again and again and again, right? And then time frame. Most people miss this part. They don't understand how much time to actually measure their results in. If you could start putting a time frame on your measurable results, that's the real game changer, my friends. All right, now, before we get this party started, I got something to show y'all, my friends. So let's go and throw the intro on there, my friends. Let's do this.
You heard first from Ty Lopez. This is Manny Lopez. No, we're not related. Brother from another mother.
Hey, Manny, they leaving the money out. What are they doing? You guys that are orphans and you want to get your money right so that you can be a CEO.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. And Manny's a great leader and a very good friend of mine. And I'm looking forward to our sharing the stage together, Manny. It's time.
It's time. Always remember that you are too blessed to be stressed.
Thanks, Manny. Be great.
Travel around the world and we go to these entrepreneur events, and hundreds of them that we've been to, hundreds of them that we've been on their stage, and they're all about selling. They're all about making money. They're all about collecting fame, blowing up on social media. But the reason why we wanted to take this one, we were trying to do anything in our power to make this happen, to get this event, is because of that word right
Serve.
there. And that's serve. So let's give it up for Manny and the entire team for putting this together.
That's my people, so I'm gonna help my people grow. Oh, whoa. Manny Lopez, Mr. Orphan, the CEO. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. All right, folks, it is virtual speed networking. So all you have to do, my friends, if you want to get backstage, you want to join us on stage, you want to talk about your business, is just text in the keyword speak. That is going to send you our backstage link so you can join us and get on stage to talk about what you're doing. So I'm loving these comments. You know, Gloria talking about my daughter. She's so adorable. Lauren, yes, I know she's adorable. Ronald wants to speak, but you got to get backstage to speak, my friends. So just text in the keyword speak, and then we can get you guys backstage. I want to get somebody else on stage here. I'm here by myself here, folks. So let's get backstage here. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Let's just make it nuts right now. I have an idea. I have a funny idea. All right, so I have a bunch of people register for the event. I show them how to get access to watch the event. Now, let's show them how to get backstage. All right, so let's go to invite my StreamYard group. All right, dun, 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 dun. Give me a second here, folks. We're having some fun. We're going to send an SMS out real quick. Let's turn off the music. It's time to get serious. All right. Want to get on stage in here. Ha ha ha. There we go. having some access issues at the moment. We'll try to get backstage. No worries, Lauren. We'll have you get on here as soon as you can. So let me know. All right, so I'll start it off then. All right, so in essence, what I want you guys to do is talk about what we just shared, the art of business, ART, audience, result, time frame. So in my case, my audience, I work with speakers, coaches, authors, consultants. We help them with all kinds of fun opportunities, PR, media opportunities, really just helping them get high ticket clients. And we can show them how to do that within the first 30 days. And we give you guys all kinds of free access to do so. We've got our own platform, which one of the cool things that I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be giving away a profile on the Manifestation School of Business. Main reason why we do this is to be able to get more of our students access to the education and resources that we are putting together. Where did my app go? There it is. Okay. I'm like, where did my app go? It was on my phone. All right, so I have an app, the Manifestation School of Business app, and you all have access to this completely free. You can open it right through the platform there, as you can see. Once you log in, you can create an account. You could start earning rewards. You could start accessing our experts. You could start connecting with our resources. I mean, there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do with it. But let me get inside so you guys can see what I'm going to give you guys access to. So now, for those that are backstage, if you are backstage right now, make sure you have also completed the JOT form. JOT form is to highlight what it is that you guys are specializing in, and also gives you guys in the running to be able to get featured right here on the Manifestation School of Business. We have the Start tab, we have the Experts tab. This is what I'm going to be giving away today. I'm going to give you guys one lucky winner is going to be walking away with their own profile on our platform. Now, why would you want a profile on the Manifestation School of Business? Well, Manifestation School of Business is active in 85 different countries. We have 33,000 global users on the platform. We've been translated in 26 different languages so far, and we're growing every single day. One of the top features on this platform is the Experts feature. It's a searchable Rolodex of our members, our contributors, and featured experts that just know how to get measurable results. So all you have to do is fill out a little questionnaire. You'll see once you get inside how to access it. And it's just going to let us know what you specialize in. We're looking for over 50 different categories of experts that we can feature on our platform. And one of you is going to walk away with your very own profile completely free. Let me show you how these profiles look. So in essence, what it is, it's kind of like a digital business card that's 24/7 linking everywhere that you're at online. Your website, social media channels, you want your contact information. Let me show you how this works. So when you go to my profile, all of these little keywords here are my searchable keywords. You've got some social media links there. You see what I specialize in. You've got videos. You've got my Manny Bucks offer, my bio. You can make comments. You can contact me. All kinds of fun stuff here. So we're going to give one of you lucky superstars your very own profile. So if you guys look at backstage, I see a few of you backstage. Welcome to the party, my friends. If you have not done so already, look in the private chat. You're going to see a JOT form link. Just click on that. And once that's completed, we can bring you in. All right, my friends, let's see here. Let me go here into my emails, making sure those are coming through. I can see everything that's coming on. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I see Chris Dyer. I need you backstage. I see you've submitted your info, but I don't see you backstage, buddy. You got to get the link backstage. This is fun. This might be a little difficult. This is a very new experience that I'm doing for Network of Influence. I wanted to really give you guys a little different access. What's up, Mike Green? Welcome to the party, my friend. Well, let's do this. We've got a couple people backstage. I want to bring them in so I can give you guys an example of how this is going to work. Let's go ahead and start doing this. We've got Boyce Gussler. We've got Barry Wong. Welcome to the party, guys. Man, I'm loving that stash you got there, Boyce. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, thank you.
We've got all three transitions. We got the clean face, we got the goatee beard thing, and then we got Boyce. He's got his own thing going. I love it. Well, let's start with you, brother. I want to know, what is your art of business? Tell me, what is the audience that you work with, the results you get for that audience, and the time frame it takes for them to start seeing results? Go ahead.
Okay, well, as it shows there, my name's Boyce Gussler, and I am an associate with 7K Metals. And what we do is we provide an education about gold and silver and why it should be important to have as a physical asset and diversify in your portfolio. One of the things that we do is provide education about what types of gold and silver to purchase. We provide an education about collectible gold and silver. There's also, we also have the ability to provide quality health insurance through what we do. I know a lot of entrepreneurs have trouble finding affordable and quality health insurance as well. So that's one of the other things that we offer.
But I've heard of 7K Metals before. I actually have one of their, I don't know if it's like a special order type thing, but there's a 7K. I think I have, I know it's a silver ounce. I can't remember what kind though. There's some type of graded one, but precious metals, I mean, definitely something very highly needed, especially right now in these times. I mean, we're all dealing with inflation. It's very, very transparent there. And at the same time, precious metals is that hedge against inflation. So that's pretty awesome there. How long you been doing the precious metal thing?
I've been doing this for just over a year now. I started back last February, and as far as time, I've gotten the A and the R. Time, it all depends on how much effort each individual is willing to put into their own business.
Yeah,
I've seen people start receiving an income up to $500 a week as soon as a week after having gotten started.
Oh yeah, it's a party now. Check this out. I got 6 people on here. Let's go.
St. Patrick's Day. Right. It's a party.
There we go. It's a party, man. We got to have a party this time. Let's do this. All right. So that was a great intro there, Boyce. We'll definitely be coming back to you. Maybe some more questions here. Let's go ahead over to Barry. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on, brother. And let's start with your art of business.
All right, calling in from Newport Beach, California. And my audience are those who are nearing retirement or in retirement who do not have a financial planner or a financial advisor. Want to make sure that in this volatile environment to be able to protect their retirement funds from loss. No one likes to lose money. I don't like to lose my value of my account. So that's my audience. As far as the results are actually instant, where say instead of losing, your money doesn't lose if the stock market is crashing. That's instant right there. And that's the time frame as well. Now, as far as growth, it takes time. Compound interest takes time. But as far as the ability to be able to secure it and not worry, to be able to go to sleep at night in peace, not having to worry about that down market. So, and there you go.
Nice. So looking at what you're focused on is really kind of protecting people's assets. And then Boyce here is helping people acquire more assets. Look at this. It's like a big win-win already. Look at that. We're already going. Oh, let me unmute you there, Boyce. Yes, I mean, looking at kind of the financial literacy of things, I mean, as entrepreneurs, we definitely need to make sure we're protecting ourselves in a variety of ways. And we're also building for that financial future. So pretty awesome stuff. And then you're out by Newport Beach. Hey, man, I'm going to have an event over there on the 28th. Are you available? What are you doing on the 28th?
I will be in Hawaii. Company's taking me to Hawaii, so
Hey.
it's nice being one of the top where they all expenses paid.
I can't blame that, man. I take Hawaii over pretty much anything any day. That's pretty fun. Well, I'll be in Newport Beach while you're going to be in Hawaii, so it looks like we're going to miss each other. But I'm having a yacht mixer that we're going to be hosting there. It's one of the giveaways for our little ceremony here is to get people to come out to this yacht mixer. We're going to give you guys some free tickets. So we're actually doing another one. What about April 25th? I got that one on the calendar as well.
Sounds good. Wow.
You're going to be in Hawaii again?
No, April 25th. I am good.
All right. Well, put that on your calendar, brother. I'm going to be back in Newport Beach with another yacht mixer, and I'd love for you to be my guest, my friend. I'll bring you out.
All right. What time so everybody can hear in the Manny audience? What time is that?
Oh, it's all day. You got to be there at 9 in the morning. And we're heading out, after sunset. So we're going to be going to a yacht mixer at sunset. We got a VIP dinner afterwards. So it's a nice little fun all day, whole thing. It's going to be fun. We got 10 people already plus that are trying to get in stage. All right, folks, if you're watching and you're trying to get backstage, we are at max capacity right now. So just wait, just keep coming in as we get people in and out. We'll go ahead and rotate you all in. So I keep getting notified that people are trying to hop in. All right, now we're getting busy. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to go ahead over to Robert, PhD in follow-up. Let me go and unmute you, my friend, and go ahead and tell us, what is your art of business?
PhD in follow-up. I'm Robert out of Murrieta, California, and I'll be there on the 28th and the next one in Newport Beach by the boats and by your teacher. It's all about follow-up. We need to take care of our existing customers. We should spend 70% of our time with our existing customers, 20% with old customers, and 10% with new customers. I use greeting cards as a system to keep in contact. It's the only 100% open rate. Not all emails, texting, phone calls, or faxing in return, but every single greeting card you send and you receive, you open. It's very powerful. How do you feel when you get a greeting card? I feel fantastic. I've sent 24,000 greeting cards in the last 13 years. I send between 46 and 48 birthday cards on Sunday. Each person gets their own name on the card as if they're the one getting it. That takes me about 25 seconds. Very powerful system. That's it.
Very powerful. I love it. Straight to the point. I help people follow up. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I want to be able to get your guys' contact information in here. So best way to do it, if you could either send that to me in the private chat, guys, that goes to people that are on stage right now and those that are going to be going on stage. And then also, if you guys are watching, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, put your contact information there, and then I can just tag it. Like right now where Maya Lisa asked on YouTube, where's your green, Steven? I see some green, I think, right there on the name, right there on the make the grade. There's like some green right there probably, right? Let me unmute. I'm muting everybody here, so hang on. Let me unmute you there. But yeah, you need your green, Steven. But yeah, put your guys' contact information so when you're talking, oh, there you go, right there. I love it.
So here we go. Look.
So put it in the comments, and then I can like post this comment like this. So it has your name. Ideally, just go right on to here. Let me actually make a banner for you guys to see. But this would be the best way to get access to making comments. Is manifestation.com/live. If you guys are on that page, you'll see the YouTube. Oh, we lost Robert. No, wait, we didn't lose Robert. We lost Steven. Steven down. Steven down. All right, well, he'll pop up, hopefully back up. And then I see you, Annie. I see you, Lauren. I see you, Trent. I see you, Brenda. There's Dr. Stephen Green again. We'll pop him back in. We're going to get to you guys soon. Don't worry. And for those that are coming back, we'll get you all in. This is going to be fun. Just stay strong, people. Stay strong. You got this. Oh, what did I do? There we go. I'm running all this live, folks. We're having some fun here. All right. So next up, Robert, PhD in follow-up. You did great, brother. Get your contact information somewhere in the chats. I see here Robert's info. Let me get it up on there. What if I could just make my own comment? See how that works. I make my own comment. There we go. Boom. All right. So there's Robert, PhD in follow-up. You guys are watching on your computer, take a screenshot. If you got your phone in front of you, take a picture, get the phone, whatever you like to do. We're going to have that there, and you guys can access that. All right, so next up, let's go with Dr. Stephen Green. Go ahead and share us. What is your art of business, my friend?
Hey, Manny. How you been? Hello, everybody. Hey, Steve Green. My audience is simple, entrepreneurs. What I do is I help them produce any kind of information product, digital, whatever, books, audio books, ebooks, infomercials, webinars, you name it, anything, any way to get the word out about what you do. You can monetize it. You can increase your stature as a brand expert, and you can help to make yourself a subject matter expert as well. 30 days or less. I've done them in a day, but typically it takes about a month. So any entrepreneur, I'd love to speak with them.
All right. I'm trying to make your thing a little bit more readable from what you sent over to me, so I can put that up here. So a little bit here. Should look a little bit better there. So you got the dashes.
You got a new website too. It just came out.
Entrepreneurs Cafe. Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know Stephen Green is all about helping you create a course around what you do, kind of digitize your education. And this guy's been doing this for longer than most of you have even thought about being in business. So this guy's got the experience cap on. It's a green one, right? So love it. So Stephen, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to have some fun, man. So let's keep getting this party rolling. Christina Dyer, I'm going to go and unmute you. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on, and let's get this party started.
Hey, Manny, thank you very much. And so I've got you going on my cell phone. I've got the laptop going, so there's an interesting delay going on here. But nice. Yes, I am Chris Dyer, and I am I'm the best friend that you want on your team. While we're sitting here listening to the other gentleman, you're talking about making assets, keeping your assets, creating your assets. I help you get off your assets.
Oh, what is nice.
That? What does that mean? It's who we are being behind the scenes in our life and in our business, and stepping it up to the next level. And that is my zone of genius, and have lots of tools in my Craftsman entrepreneurial chess box, if you will. And it's about asking the right questions. So whoever's in the room, whatever your pain point is in your business, your life, your relationships, either I have a solution to help you get to that next level, or I can connect you to the right person to get you to that next level. And that's what I do in a nutshell.
I love that. I like that. Now, I didn't see any of your contact information in the private chat or anything like that, or in the comments. So if you can get that on there, we can get it on the screen so other people can see that. So that'd be great. But awesome. It looks like there's so much synergy with our group here. It's like, they complement each other so well, and they're so diverse, right? It's like all kinds of different unique industries. And that's what entrepreneurship is about. Look at something that you love to do, something that you can do, you can teach to others, and something that you can make duplicatable, and that could become your business. It's all around education through experience. So love it. Here's what we're going to do, folks. We have a few people trying to get on stage, so we're going to be taking a few down and bringing you back up in a little bit. So definitely tune in. You have a chance to come in because you guys were coming in on the very first group. So you have a chance to come in again. So just stay tuned. And when you see an opening, get yourself backstage, my friends. All right. So let's start making some adjustments here. Thank you guys for coming in. And let's have some more fun. All right. 2, 3, 4. And 5. All right, let's add some more people to the party. Let's do this. Welcome, everybody. Oh, we had one more that was about to come in, and then she just disappeared. All right, so we have some room now for a few more spots to come in. There we go. Oh, she went again. There we go. All right. Welcome to the party, everybody.
Hello. Hey,
This is Virtual Speed Networking. So here's what we're going to do. You guys are going to each get a minute to 2 minutes or so to talk about your art of business. no pitching, no offers, so no special deals of the day, nothing like that. But really just share the audience that you work with, the results you get for that audience, and the time frame it takes for them to start seeing results. We'll start off with Annie Hardock. Go ahead and share your art of business.
Yes, I helped children ages 4 to 12 years old to learn mental math, a foundation of mental math skills. And in the process, they actually also have the whole brain training. I arouses their curiosity and engage them into their learning that help them to for the future learning, and stimulate their four senses, like their auditory, visualization, and also kinesthetic, develop fine motor skills. So within 8 weeks, children that count fingers to just adding two numbers can actually do a series of numbers, adding and subtracting numbers in their mind without using any tools.
Nice. So it's really just about getting these kids smarter, really understanding a simple way to do math and counting. I'm going to try that on Ava, because Ava has a little difficulty on some of her counting. So we're going to try that. We're going to put this to the test, and let's see how quickly we can get Ava counting some really awesome stuff. Now, Annie, I don't have your contact information in the private chat, so if you can pop that in there, that way I can get it on the screen for our people to check out. Brenda says, Annie's programs are terrific and makes math fun. Put that in the public comment so we can go put that right on the video. That'd be pretty awesome. I see it in the private, but I can't really do nothing with the private chats there, Brenda. But if you want to put that on the public chats, I can put it right there on the screen. So yeah, let me know once you get the in the private chat your contact information. I get it there on the screen. And then let's go ahead over to our next one. Lauren, go ahead and share with us a little bit about what you're working on right now.
Sure. My name is Lauren West. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm with CPG Beauty and Beyond. And for those of your entrepreneurs out there, would you like to have more time, profit, and focus in your business and life? So what I support emerging entrepreneurs and established businesses to do is to streamline their processes, their products, and essentially allowing them to create a better business. So I support people in the product space. So if they're looking to create a physical product and bring that to market, whether it's a digital shelf online, e-commerce, or doing it in retail stores as well. And it really ranges on time factor. So when working with people in terms of really helping them with their process and improving all of that, that can be anywhere from 1 to 3 months. And on the product side, usually that can range even up to a year. I specialize a lot in the beauty and wellness space. So any of you ladies out there that would love to have your own cosmetic brand, definitely would love to connect with all things beauty. So it's always fun and engaging. Love to hear new things. And essentially that's kind of what I've been up to the last couple years and phasing into that. So been in the beauty business for close to 20 years, and now I'm translating all that into the consulting business that I run.
That is awesome. So in essence, what you do is you take the idea, like say a woman wants to start her own cosmetic brand or a cosmetic line, and you've got the industry experience to kind of walk them through the entire process. And then is it kind of like white labeling with them? Like you already have the suppliers, distributors?
It can be white labeling, also doing custom design as well. So custom product development, everything from, concept to shelf essentially. And even with people that are outside the beauty space as well, I'm always open to chatting with people about their ideas. If it's not something I can help someone with, I might have a resource for somebody to point them in like their next step, what they would want to consider, whether they're looking at, patents or manufacturing or whatever that might be. So it's always fun to talk about products, and you never know if your idea might be that $1 million idea that's going to come out and hit it really big. So I always encourage people to, research and keep an idea book going, because you never know. I think almost everybody's had like a few $1 million ideas come about just by natural inspiration, and it's just a matter of acting on it. So
I love it. And so looking at kind of your angle, a lot of it really just goes to education through experience. It's like, hey, I've already can shortcut the learning curve for you. I've done this many times over, and now it's just a process that we can
It is. It's taking out that overwhelm of like, where do I start and how could I start, and kind of putting together a whole A to Z process for people to be able to follow.
Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. All right. So you guys see her contact information right there on the basically pinned comment there. So reach out to her. That's her direct cell phone. You've got her website, and let's continue that conversation. I love it. All right. Let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. Lauren, thank you for that. Let's go ahead and go over to Trent. Let me go and unmute you there, buddy. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on. What is your art of business?
Well, my name is Trent Hogg. I'm over here in Tampa, Florida. And what I do is I work with men who are unsatisfied with their lives, and I help them remove barriers so they can be more successful both professionally and personally. And I do this in a minimum of 6 months, usually 6 months to a year. And this gives them they're able to live their life on their own terms without sacrificing their own values and or their families.
I like that. So you're known as the bucket list coach. I mean, you got the domain, so I'm gonna name you the bucket list coach. At least that's what I'm seeing here. So is that kind of the focus? Is you help them kind of understand, hey, what's on the bucket list? Let's start knocking these off one by one.
That's another piece to my coaching that I do. I provide self-development programs to small groups and corporations. I have programs for families, friends, and kids to help them develop a more meaningful and holistic bucket list. So it's, I work with the men on one side, and then I do more group programs for bucket list coaching on the other. So dual threat, if you will.
That's what I'm talking about. There you go. All right. So looking at kind of that angle, who would you say is getting the best results with your type of process? Would you just be mainly like dads, men, or is there even more of a segmented audience? Where do you see your best performance?
Yeah, I'm a single dad myself, and so I really hone in on the dads, single men, just to help them live a life. The thing is, we have a lot of influencers throughout our lives, and we never really look at that. So I just kind of take them through a process of, do you know who has influenced you, and are these actually your beliefs, or have these been planted in your mind, and now you have been living inauthentically. So I get them to kind of detach and to disassemble their own minds and then put it back together in a way that they feel, this is who I am, and now I can move forward to be the best versions of myself for whoever comes into my life.
I love that. So definitely looks like it's a good focus of, kind of looking at your own experience. And that's what a lot of people in business need to understand is, if you're going to go into business and teach others how to do something, you want to have that personal experience yourself. And looking at your own structure, right? You're targeting people that can easily relate to you. And that's one of the easiest ways to kind of get your feet in the door of growing your business, is finding a relatable community that you can have these like-minded ideas with, and they can now understand that you can relate to them. So love it, brother. If you guys want to reach out to Trent, you see his contact information there. If you guys are on camera, just go ahead and screenshot. If you're on, whatever way to be able to capture that for you guys. So love it. Thank you, brother, for that. Let's go to our next superstar that we've got here, Brenda. Go ahead and take it away. I'd love to learn a little bit more about your art of business.
Hello, Manny. It's wonderful to be with you again.
Yes.
I am Brenda Marie Sheldrick. I'm your Biz Leads expert. I help busy entrepreneurs stop wasting time on meetings that don't generate results by showing them how to generate more qualified leads for their business through my programs and services.
Awesome. So kind of tell me more about that. How does the lead stuff work?
So my focus is on relationship marketing, lead generation through relationship building. I believe that when you build relationships with people, those leads are going to be they're like cement. They're going to last forever. Yes, they're like the relationship you've got on the screen right now. They're going to last forever. Those clients that you build a relationship with aren't going to leave you because of price. They're not going to leave you because of a new innovation. They're going to stay with you forever. And so that's one of my keys, secrets to success, is in building those relationships.
Relationships are a key to success. I mean, literally, that's how I build my business. It's building relationships, especially with people who are already influential to the market you want to reach, because then they just open up doors for you of opportunity you didn't even know existed. So it's like I just shared this video yesterday of a Gordon Ramsay thing on his show where he had this little kid. He was like 19 years old, who's, you know, really good chef and just has really good raw talent. And he gets eliminated on the show, though, right? Someone had a just technically better dish. And he ends up offering him a scholarship to be able to go fund his college ambitions full time. He's going to take care of his mom and dad. Then the guy next to him is like, as soon as you finish up with that education, I've got a job waiting for you to be able to run my kitchen in one of my stores. Think about that, right? If this kid, 19 years old, would have gone the original route of just like skipping relationship building, didn't go after finding somebody who's already influential to the market he wants to reach, and literally just went out there to try and do it on his own, how difficult would that be for him? Many years he'd be wasting going up the slow route, right? But he finds somebody like Gordon Ramsay, who's already influential massively to the market he wants to reach. He builds a relationship with him, and look what happens. Doors of opportunity open you didn't even knew existed. And that's the kind of power that relationships can bring. So love that aspect, love that angle. And you guys can see our contact information. You can even schedule a call with her right there. So love it. Thank you for that. All right, let's go to our next superstar, moving and grooving. We've got Will Unga in the house. Man, I don't know if you guys know this, but this family's got a documentary that, like, man, the story is amazing. I got to watch it, and man, it's a tearjerker. It's like suspense. It's like, are these people going to survive? How many? Oh, man, it's nuts. So, Will, welcome to the stage, brother. Tell them a little about your art of business.
Okay, thank you, Manny. My name is Will Unga. I am the principal of Delphi Business Consulting. We have 5 primary areas of focus. Number 1 is management. Number 2 is operations. Number 3 is IT. Number 4, human resources. And number 5 is sales and marketing. I know every time that I've been into business, when I first started out, there was things that I don't know. And there's one thing I think that I had to learn is that if anybody says that I know everything, run away. Run away with them, hold on to your wallet, and just make sure that you learn from that. Because I've found out that, like, sometimes some people, when they say that they know everything, there's something else behind that. And so I appreciate that I'm on the stage, Manny, with all these people, because having listened to all of you, you all have I believe, and I just, met you guys a few minutes ago, you guys are very good with relationships, and that relationships are very important to you, that you all value that. And I am of that same cloth. I believe I share that same denominator with you. I think that, whether or not you get the sale, one thing that I found out, and one thing that I share with other professionals, is that if somebody asks you about your competitor, don't ever talk bad about them, whether something is true or not, because the biggest thing is, like, well, what good does it do? I mean, one big thing is, like, if people look at you, they're going to ask is, like, were they professional? Were they good? Were they kind? Did they give me the information? Did I feel good about that person? Because everybody shops for, the best price, but the price is just one factor. But when you go around and you see, price is one of them, but I know that Brenda, she will help me get the job done. Or any one of you guys will get the job done. I will pay more money for that. Again, it's all about value. And so for me in Delphi Business Consulting, we make sure that once we leave, they are in a much better spot than before we came there. So that's me.
I love that. Here's a really good analogy. I saw this post. I think it was this morning or yesterday. It's so funny. Like, you guys all mentioned something, and it's just like, there's always some little story that I just went through that could relate to this. So I was seeing this post where I actually had it saved. Let me go ahead and get it. I think I screenshotted it. I want to read it off. It was so perfect. And I was like, I don't want to butcher it. I always butcher it trying to explain what it was. Did I get it? Where did I save it? I saved it somewhere. But basically what it broke down to was, all right, I'll just go for it. I don't have it in here. Dang it. All right. In essence, what had happened was her friend, it was a guy and a girl, and the lady was spending $250 a month at a gym, having, getting a trainer, getting, very expensive gym. And her friend was Planet Fitness, $10 a month. And he was like, why are you wasting that much money on a gym membership? You could be going here and saving yourself $240 a month on this, right? But she's getting results. She spends the money. She's got the training. She's getting results. She's where she wants to be physically. This guy is not, right? He's going $10 a month, but he's just, in essence, half-assing it. He's not really putting in the effort. He doesn't have somebody there pushing him to get the results. And the way she looked at it was, well, I'm spending $250 a month, but really I'm investing in myself. Do I really want to spend $240 a month to not have the results that I want, right? There's a way better way that they said it. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm butchering it, just trying to explain it, but I'm telling you, the angle of it was that you spend more to be able to get the results that you want. And some people will discount something just to pay less, but it won't even have the solutions that they're looking for. It's just a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. So great analogy that you explained there, brother. So thank you for that. If you guys want to contact Will, there's his email right there. I don't have any other things to be able to put in there. I don't have anything in the private chat, buddy. So if you can put that in there, we'd love to have it. But this is virtual speed networking. So the goal of this is to really share who we have in our community, get connected to the superstars we've got in the community, and network, get connected. So I want you guys to all, in the private chats, if you can, start networking, get connected. Everybody that's on stage and backstage, you guys can start networking there. And then those on the front end that are watching, go ahead and comment what you're working on. We'd love to see what you're doing. If you want to get backstage, all you have to do is text in the keyword SPEAK. There, you'll see it there scrolling at the bottom, 714-369-8528. And that will get you the link to get backstage. All right, so we're going to let you guys get kind of hanging out in the backstage green room, but I'm going to take over for a little short segment here. So say bye to all my peoples on stage here and all the people watching this on replay, because this is going right on the YouTube channel, folks. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Those of you who came in the first two groups, you guys can come back a little bit later. We're going to be doing this here for a couple of hours, so we're going to be here having some fun. So we're going to get you guys back on stage again to share what you're working on with our audience. So we'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much. All righty. This is fun, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Totally new experience. I don't know. We'll see. We've got the Remo thing going. We've got this thing going. We'll see how it kind of integrates. I'll play around with it. But in this little segment, I want to teach you guys a little bit of how to attract high-ticket clients. This is going to be really good if you're a speaker, coach, author, consultant, you do business with entrepreneurs, and you're really looking at getting paid for services. So you don't really sell products. You're not selling t-shirts or stuff like that, even though I do have one of my very own Too Blessed to Be Stressed shirts on. We're not selling these anyway. They're not even for sale. You can't even buy them. If you've got one of these, you are lucky because they're not even for sale anymore. We made a very exclusive kind of structure for those. So a couple of you out there in the Mannyverse has Mannyverse. I need to make something like that. Kind of like Metaverse, Mannyverse. Man, that's going to be interesting. Maybe. We'll see. Manny's definitely getting in the Metaverse pretty soon. But I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool stuff. So those that are watching right now, get your pens and papers out because I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool strategies that I use. Who here would like to know how I got Les Brown over 1,000 speaking opportunities with no ads, no webinars, not even a promotion or an announcement to his email list or social media? Who would love to learn how I did that? And then in 2020, when all of the speaking shut down, we did it again with high ticket coaching and generated over 1,000 applications into that program as well. Again, no ads, just simple organic reach. I'm going to show you guys how I do this. There's a really awesome strategy behind it, and it's really simple. I mean, most people complicate things a little too much with all of the different things that are out there that could help you guys generate business opportunities, leads. But I'm going to show you guys how Manny Lopez does it. All right. You're only going to need two things. You're going to need a calendar. Okay. So if you guys have something like Calendly, You Can Book Me, something like that. I don't get paid by any of these systems to tell you about any of them. I'm just a user of them myself. I personally use youcanbook.me, but a lot of people out there, pretty much most of my community uses Calendly. So you guys probably already have something like that. But why do you want to use something like that? Well, you got to organize your time. Okay. The most important thing that you can do as an entrepreneur is organizing your time. You guys hear this constantly. You know, entrepreneurs left a 40-hour work week, 9 to 5, to work 80 hours a week as an entrepreneur. That's only because you guys aren't systemizing. I don't work 80 hours a week in my business. I'm probably kind of the 9 to 5 focus with what I do. You'll notice I very rarely work on weekends unless I'm probably speaking at an event, and most of the time that's just fun, hanging out with a bunch of people, enjoying myself. So looking at your business, if you want to focus on controlling your time, you need systems. You cannot be managing your calendar yourself. You got to organize it. By putting it into a calendar type format where you're systemizing it, it's going to help you organize. Now, what if I could do this? I'm going to just like share screen stuff so I can show you guys what I'm working on and be able to kind of simplify this for you. So let's do this. On my calendar, let me show you this. Serve. I can't even spell my own freaking calendar. All right, servewithmanny.com is my calendar link. Brenda wants to connect with Lauren. Love to connect to get to know chat. Thank you, Manny Lopez. Love sharing the stage. So I'm missing all of these comments here. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the love. I appreciate that. Everyone who's on stage, you have a private chat right now where you guys could be networking, sharing contact information, scheduling calendar calls, putting links. I see people sharing their LinkedIn and their calendars. Get connected backstage, folks. That's where the fun's happening. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm on stage here, you guys get yourself some networking time. All right. And looking at how I'm doing. Oh yeah, I wanted to do a share screen. Okay. So how do I do that? All right. So I'm gonna go share my screen. Let's go here. Let's share a window. There we go. Where is it? No, I'm going to share a tab. There it is. Okay. Can you guys see this? Let me know if you guys see this. I think you guys can see it, right? Oh, cool. I can see it. All right. Before it would have to be like I couldn't see the screen, but we're good now. Okay, cool. So you guys can see this because I could see that I could see it. So everybody should be good. All right. So here's what we're looking at. This is my calendar. All right. First thing I have, obviously, my picture there, some branding, a little bit of a couple blurb about me. But then it goes into my time blocks. All right. So the next availability, you definitely don't want to do day of. I mean, you don't have to go into all the little nit and gritty details that I go with it. But for me, I focus on 20-minute blocks. I focus on getting very specific data. Look at this. This is the problem most people have with their calendar. The only thing they're asking for is their email address. And the only thing they're getting is an email link to a Zoom call, and they're hoping that they show up. And then they have like 20% show up rates. This is how 99% of my calls are completed, is because I don't just ask for an email address. Look what I asked for. First name, last name, cell phone number, email, company name, website. How may I serve you? And then I list off a bunch of stuff that I do. All right, think about this, guys. If you put this like this, like just a little checkbox thing that says, hey, what's the best way that I could serve you? Put this on your calendar and literally have them just check off all the things that you can do. Now, that's like free marketing. You're just now telling them all the things that you do in your business or what you specialize in doing or how you can help with what they do. All right. Then I ask, how did you hear about us? Current business revenue and the duration. How long do they want to schedule a chat for? So making it very simple for them to say yes, to be able to get access to opportunities. And at the same time, it's organizing my time. All right. Very, very effective if you're going to go after systemizing what you do. All right. One, it makes it very easy for you to follow up, because now I can just go right into my calendar and I can go see all my availability. Let me show you this. Let me turn off my screen. And then let me show you how it kind of looks. So each day, I just go into my calendar and I just look at all of the booked appointments. I can just say, okay, here's a booked appointment. I can go here and I can see all the details that were submitted. So now I know exactly who I've got on the phone. I can do all kinds of research. I can click on the links to a website. I can see what the reason for the call was, any notes that you put in here. Would love to discuss speaking at your next event. Well, bam, now I know I've got a speaker who wants to speak at my next event. So it's really simple, guys, really organizing your time in a simple way to simplify. It's kind of like if I have a calendar, it's kind of like I have a virtual assistant and I have an appointment setter. Okay, think about that. Virtual assistant and appointment setter and a calendar, what's that, $10 a month? Tell me you're going to have two people you can hire for $10 a month and they're going to work for you 24 hours a day. That's the power of systems, my friends. A calendar replaces two people you would have to hire, train, and babysit. And then, of course, keep them motivated constantly just to keep the excitement going. All right. So definitely something that you want to integrate there. The second thing you're going to integrate to systemize what you do is a text system. You do not want to be texting back and forth with your personal cell phone constantly. I tried that for like 2 years. Not fun. I would go on stages. I would talk about what I would do. This guy knows, Joshua James Bailey. What's up, brother? Welcome to the party, man. This guy knows I was on stages constantly, city by city. And this guy was right there in the stage or right there in the audience on almost all of these different events. And he would see me up there saying, all right, guys, now take out your phones. And I would give out my personal cell phone number, 714-603-1114. Yeah, I just gave it out. Don't text it, please. Don't call me. I'm just kidding. You guys can call me. But this number here, see, this is not my personal cell phone. This is my Text Magic number, okay? It runs the same way. You could call it. You can text it. It rings right to my phone. But it also allows me to automate. Like when you text in the keyword speak, I'm not sitting there texting you back the link to get backstage. No, the system is doing that. Like when I invited everybody to get back on stage, to get into the video, I didn't have to type out a message and copy paste to as many people are on the registration list. No, that could be hundreds of people. That would take, think about this, 500 people to text one thing would take you 10 hours of copy and paste. Nobody could do that. That does not make sense. So you use systems, right? Because you're not emailing people one by one. You're using something like MailChimp or Constant Contact, right? But you're getting 5, 10, 20% open rates. Imagine an email list that gets 98% open rates within 5 minutes. Think about that, 98% open rates within 5 minutes. Nothing else in the market comes close, okay? So what do? How do you integrate something like that? I personally use Text Magic, okay? I don't get paid to tell you this. I'm just a user of this myself, but the system is like, it's genius, okay? $4 a month for Text Magic to have your own dedicated phone number, right? It allows you to receive an unlimited amount of text messages, no cost to receive a message. It's only a cost of 4 pennies to send a message back. So as long as you value your time at more than $2 an hour, you're going to get a pretty good return on investment here, guys. That's literally the only thing that you're going to be told a price today, okay, is something like Text Magic, these systems I use. Again, I'm not getting paid. There's no affiliate program. There's no code you guys use. I just telling you guys the systems I personally use myself. I hope that's okay. Is that cool for me, guys, to share what my systems are, what I'm using? The only people I can see are the people backstage. I see all your little faces, so hopefully you guys are like nodding and stuff like that. I can see it all. I love you guys. You're all the troopers right there. You're the real MVPs. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So looking at that, it's really a focus of automation, right? You could go hire an appointment setter. You could hire a VA. You could hire an assistant, or you could use systems. I don't have a personal assistant. I don't have a sales team. I don't have an office that I manage. I have a computer and a smartphone and a handful of systems that automate everything that I do. If I want to fill my calendar, I just go into my text magic where I have, let me show you guys my text magic. All right, this will be fun. And I got to do it without showing everybody's personal information. So let me do this a little strategically first, folks, before I start sharing the screen and letting you guys see all of the strategy. Dun, 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 dun. What's he say here? Joshua says, thanks, man. Yes, you have done so good with relationships, loving your community. You have done a lot of work, research, and implementing for dialing systems for you and your clients. Love your energy. Thank you, brother. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Tear. I love Josh. He's a good guy. So looking at my process, yes, I've spent a lot of time in this. I have been in this industry now for 11 years. I went mobile in 2012 to start building apps because I understood how effective mobile strategies were. I threw away my email list in 2016 because I actually came across a statistic. I'm very statistic driven. Most people aren't, because I'm not going to sit here and just run off a bunch of statistics because that's just going to bore you guys. But one statistic really stood out to me. It was that text offers are redeemed 8 times more than emailed offers. I was like, that's nuts. There's no way. No way. No way. Ain't no way. Right? As the kids say today, ain't no way. But yes way. I tested this theory and it was nuts. I had 6,500 emails. I had 532 cell phone numbers. And then I was like, all right, let's test it. I have an event. I'm going to go give out a free ticket to this event. And let's see how many clicks to the registration page do we get. Out of 6,500 emails that went out, I got 33 clicks. I thought I was pretty good. I was like, cool, man. We got almost 3 dozen people that wanted to register for this event by just doing one email broadcast. But then I did the text. I was like, all right, well, let's see the text. Let's see how good the mobile response is, right? 532 texts go out. Same invite, nothing different. 256 clicks to go register for that event. I was mind blown. I was like, no way. 500 messages go out. That means 6,000 emails were completely wasted and still only got 33 clicks. I was nuts. I was like, no way. So I threw away my email list. I was like, no way I'm going to just keep building an email list. I'm asking for cell phone numbers now. And that, my friends, is the strategy. Replace your social media channel, replace your website with you're telling people to go to your .com or go follow you on social media. Stop doing that first. The first thing you should be doing is telling people to text you, telling people to give you their cell phone number in exchange for something that you get paid to do. This is the secret sauce, my friends. Here's an example of how it works, okay? I get paid to teach people automation and systems, right? For example, Les Brown brings me into his agency to say, Manny, I need to automate this process. I want to get paid to, for example, the first time I worked with Les was to get paid to get on stages as a speaker. He was 70 years old, just finished a battle with cancer, and everyone thought he was on his deathbed. He wasn't getting any calls for speaking opportunity. He had a whole office he was paying people just to sit there, wait for their phone to ring, and nothing would happen. But the process was what was broken. Most people are using a process similar to this. They go to their website, right? You would have to go to hire Les as a speaker. You'd have to go to lesbrown.com. You'd have to then click on contact. You then fill out name, email, phone number, submit. His team would call you and they would say, hey, I see you want Les Brown to speak at your event. We just have a couple of quick questions for you. You have some time? And they're like, yeah, sure, right? Then they would ask 20 questions. When is your event? How many people are going to be there? You know, Les gets paid $30,000 to $50,000 an hour for speaking. Can you afford that? Can you afford his travel? And 99% of the people just would not qualify. I'm like, that's a waste of a process, my friend. Let's automate that. So here's what we did. We took a process where we said, hey, people love to get motivation by Les. They love speaking opportunities. So let's go and put all kinds of fun stuff into a little platform. And then the first thing you see when you go to that platform is book Les today. Not on the contact tab. No, the first thing you see, a big red button, book Les today to speak at your event. You clicked on it, and all of the questions that his team would ask were already right there for them to fill out. Within 2 years, we captured over 1,000 speaking opportunities, no ads, no webinars, didn't even tell his network it existed. We just said, hey, and I told Les to do this. I said, hey, do not tell anybody about this. I don't want to just piggyback off of your network. Let's go ahead and find new people. Don't even know who you are, or maybe they are not part of your network yet, and they're hungry. They want something like you. We captured over 1,000 speaking opportunities. Then 2020 hit, and all of the speaking opportunities dried up. Nobody could move, right? We couldn't go anywhere. We're all stuck in our homes. So Les calls me up and says, hey, Manny, what do I do now? I said, okay, well, what do we want to do? It's like, I'm not going to be getting on a plane. I want to be sitting in my pajamas, and I'm going to work from home. I'm going to be doing live streams. I'm going to teach people how to speak. I was like, okay, cool. Now think about this. Most of you watching right now, do you have a business where you want to get paid to teach people a process? Most of you, yes. My Elise is in the back. She teaches people how to get on stages on TEDx Talks, right? You've got all of these people that have their own specialty to what they teach people how to do. So in the same sense, you guys could use this exact same process, okay? What we did is we said, okay, the same thing you did with getting questions asked up front and answered up front, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to teach people how to do speaker coacher training, right? Speaker coaching training. That sounds weird. Speaker coach, I don't know, speaker training, right? Whatever. We're going to teach you how to speak. So the concept was simple. I said, all right, Les, you need to focus on a mobile strategy. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get cell phone numbers. So when you're live, when you're out there doing stuff, when you're getting people to go to your stuff, instead of sending them to lesbrown.com, we're going to have them text you. They're just going to text you for some free resources, right? Free PDFs, videos, whatever, right? So they text in to get this. In order to get access to it, they got to fill out a little survey, a little questionnaire that just asks them, hey, how are you going to use this? And what's your contact information? We want to reach out to you to make sure this is going to work, okay? You guys all follow me here so far? Let me see some head nodding in here. Let me make sure that I'm not losing you guys. All right, we're looking good? Okay, good. All right, now if anybody's had any comments, feel free to put them in there. You guys have questions? Let me see the private chat if you guys have any questions there. I don't know, I think you guys are just all networking. That looks good. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Ideally, put them in the public chat so then everybody could see the question, then I can answer it publicly. But yeah, anything pops up, guys, let me know. Also, if you can, tag 3 entrepreneurs that should be in this speed networking right now. If you're on Facebook, find me at Manny Lopez 888. That is my public profile. You guys can add me as a friend there. You guys can comment. You guys can connect. Lots of fun stuff happening there. But let's continue. I need some more tea. I'm getting parched. All right, so far, you got a calendar. You've got Text Magic or something similar. There's Community. There's, I don't know, there's all kinds of different text systems, but make sure you get a 10-digit number, a dedicated line. You don't want a share code, okay? Don't get one of those like 55123 numbers. Those are not going to be beneficial to what you want. You want a real conversation going back and forth. You can't do that with short codes. You can only activate a keyword with short codes. Dedicated line, write that down, okay? You want a full 10-digit number like this, right? You want an area code, you want the 3 numbers, and then the 4 numbers, all right? Keep it simple. You can do toll-free numbers, you can do local numbers. My suggestion now would be to go toll-free. Before, for the last couple of years, I've been telling you guys go local numbers, use a local number. There's been a change in the compliance. Now, for those that already have a local number, no big deal, no problem. You just have a little extra cost. You got to put your name in a little database just to make sure you're not spamming people. And the toll-free numbers, you don't have to go through that extra step. So just a little bit more cost if you're going on the local numbers. Lauren West says, your virtual networking events are so awesome, Manny. Thank you for inviting me today. Thank you for that awesome comment there, Lauren. You're awesome as well. What was I saying? I always get a little Distracted. Okay, so I was saying about the local numbers. Yes, you have the extra little cost there. Okay, we're all back on track. Okay, we're good. We're good. Sometimes I get a little distracted, folks. Sorry. All right, so the local numbers, toll-free numbers, doesn't rely. You just need a dedicated number. Okay, that way you can open up conversations at that 98% open rate. So when they're filling out these surveys, you guys could be using anything. You could be using a Google Forms. You could be using Jot Forms. You could just be asking them to text you this Q&A through a text conversation, right? But ideally, you want to gather this data up front where you are getting the qualifying questions answered. I'll take an example here, right? Let's say we use someone like Maya Lisa, right? She has a process where she teaches people how to get on a TEDx stage, okay? So utilizing that process, if she was to go about this, she could have her own text in dedicated line, let's say something like this, and she's like, hey, text in the keyword speaker or text in the keyword TEDx or TED Talk, and it automatically would send them tips on how to get on stage for completely free. All they have to do is answer how they're going to use it. Are you a speaker now? How many stages have you spoken on? Do you already have a speaker reel? What would be your topic if you were to do a TED Talk? Like all the stuff that Maya Lisa would get on the phone and ask them to see if they qualify for her programs, right? To see if, can I help this person actually get on a TED Talk, right? Can I teach them how to go about this process? So in the same sense, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in insurance, whether you help people with, mindset, whether you help them with a process on how to get more results in their business, take whatever it is that you get paid to do, document the process. You could simply write it down as a step-by-step and take a picture of it, and that could be the process. It doesn't have to be crazy, folks. You don't need to go start an Infusionsoft campaign. You don't need to go create a teachable online course and have it all in modules. You simply need to have it documented, okay? It can be as easy as writing it on a piece of paper or putting it on a whiteboard, right? It could be typing it out on a WordPress, a Word document. It could be recording it through an audio. It could be just doing a selfie video and just saying, hey guys, this is what people pay me to do, right? Document that process as if they've already paid you. Don't hold anything back. Why? People ask me all the time, Manny, but if I do that, they're just going to steal my process and they're going to do it themselves. They don't need me. What do they need me for if I just tell them the answers? Let me give you one more statistic, okay? 97%. Write that down. 97%. That is the percentage of people who, no matter how much of the process you give them, they will never get past the first step. 97% of the time. Only 3 people out of 100 people you give your process to will actually attempt to take action. Not saying that they're going to get any results. They're just going to actually try to do it. The other 97 out of 100 are going to give you every excuse as to why they're not taking action. They don't have enough time. They got distracted, family situations, work got busy, whatever, right? Most people think, though, when they do that and they go follow up and they say, oh, they didn't take any action, that all of a sudden it's like, oh, they're not interested. On the contrary, the 97% of people, they need handholding. They need somebody to actually walk them through the process. If we're to visualize this, think of this like it's a maze, okay? You're all in a maze in your business. Some of you have been able to get out of the maze and get measurable results. You walked into your process and you figured out a way on how to get through that maze. And now you're timing yourself. You're now getting faster to get out of it. You know which way to turn. You know how to get there. You know how fast you can get across that. That is your process. Okay, that is what you're teaching to other people is, hey, shortcut your learning curve. You're day one in this maze. You're looking at a wall. You don't even know to turn left or right, which way to start. I already know it's turn left and then turn right and then go up 4 more spots, turn left over there. Like, you know the process. You can shortcut that learning curve. That is what you document to show them you know what you're talking about. But most people, even with the map in front of them, they're not taking that first step. They just still have fear that they're not going to be able to make it to the other side. That's where your follow-up comes in. That's why you want the cell phone number, because within a couple of days after giving them the process, you're going to follow up with them. You're going to simply text them to ask them how much results or how many results, or I don't know, what measurable result have they gotten so far, expecting that they're going to tell you nada, that they're going to tell you they haven't accessed it. That's the expectation. That's what you want to hear. If they did take action and they started getting results, perfect. Now you've got market research. You've got testimonials. You've got a super fan if your process works. And now they're going to talk about you when you're not in the room. That's the power of this process. I call it serving your way to success. You give it away freely. Give out the process in exchange for at least the cell phone number, bare minimum, right? Like this. If I was to give you guys my process, just text the words blueprint. That's it. Blueprint or gifts to this number right here, 714-369-8528. If you text that word or that number, the word blueprint or the word gifts, you're going to receive my processes for free, $0, okay? For some of them, you have to fill out a questionnaire to access. Some of them, you just click a button and it's there. But at bare minimum, I have the phone number. I can now text you back on that same phone number and say, hey, is this working for you? Hey, did you get results? Hey, how much results are you already seeing? But my expectation is always zero. I always expect them to say nothing. I always expect them to tell me, I haven't done it yet. Whatever it is, right? So what's the next step from there? Once you get to that point, that's where you actually invite them to either a presentation, a call, a strategy session, something, a discovery call, whatever it may be, that's going to get them either one-on-one or in a group setting with a human. This is where the human interjects. So notice all of these steps here, folks, okay? Let's walk through this again for those that are maybe just coming in or those of you that may need a recap. So the first step that you did was you have a calendar to go schedule calls. Okay, that calendar has at least 3 to 5 questions that are outside of what's your name, phone number, and email address. So stuff like, how best can I serve you? How did you hear about us? What notes can we have for our call so I know what we're going to be talking about, right? Figure out reasoning behind scheduling the call, not just I need to fill my calendar with phone calls of random calls, okay? You want to be specialized. The second thing you need is your text system. That way you can open up multiple conversations at once and you're able to automate the process. If you guys need help with that, I can give you guys my processes, my breakdowns. I've got all kinds of cool stuff there. And then 3 is the actual follow-up. It's the process of actually engaging with your process. And of course, you got to document your process. Now you guys can decide how you want to document. No one really cares how the process is documented, whether it's video, audio, it's written, it's a picture. You decide how much you want to put into it. You'll notice, no matter if it was just a basic PDF with not even a freaking logo on it versus your fancy module, teachable.com website, $10,000 built in, you'll notice they get no difference in response. So up to you guys on how much you want to spend on the branding of it. But you'll notice to get results in this way, you don't need anything more than accessibility in conversations, okay? We're making that simple. Brenda asks, not sure my comments are showing up. I love this tip on gathering phone numbers and using a phone to share. I get these messages all the time now. Awesome. Well, I could definitely show you all my secret sauce. Pay attention. Okay, so you've got the process documented. Oh, I had no idea. This thing has a little light up on this thing. There's a light on this thing. How did it work? Oh, okay. I got to touch this. If I touch this, it lights up. That's so awesome. I'm such a kid. All right. So anyways, back to business. Okay. So you've got your calendar. You've got your text phone number. You've got your process documented, right? Whether it's a PDF, a link, you've got it somewhere it's digital that you could just send people a link. So if it's an audio, get it on your Google Drive. If it's a video, get it on a YouTube channel. If it's written, you could put that on a Google Drive. You could just put a written document there, put a picture, something where you could just send it to people through a link. Okay. If you guys need help on that, just DM me. I'll help you guys. The follow-up is where you create the business. So you follow up with them in a couple days. You say, hey, how is the process working? They're going to tell you, oh, I haven't had a chance to implement it. I haven't had a chance to get it. I'm kind of stuck, or I just haven't started yet, whatever it is. That's where you then invite them to a call. I like doing one-on-one calls. I can send people right to my calendar and they can talk directly with me. Systemizing things has made me very accessible. You may not have that much time to do one-on-one, and that's fine. You can do a group call, right? Put them all in one time, once a week, and you put an hour into a masterclass of education, right? But a simple way where you can actually engage with them, where you say, hey, let me show you how this process works. Would you be available to jump on a call with me, right? That is where you can serve them very efficiently. And that response right there will tell you whether or not they're really interested. It's that simple. Like if we're using Maya Lisa's example. Let me actually bring Maya Lisa in on video. I keep talking about her and nobody even can see her yet. So let me go and bring her in. Maya Lisa, welcome to the party, girl. How you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
I keep talking about you. Let's go ahead and use you as a real life example here then.
I'm real life.
There we go. She's a real person, folks. She's not made up. So before I get started, let's go and look. She's even got her little TEDx jacket on and everything. It's not green, so you're going to be getting pinched today.
I do have green on my skirt from earlier.
Oh,
This
okay.
is my jacket.
I'll let it slide. I don't even have any green on. So what am I thinking? Yeah, I got a green thing right here. That's about see, winning. So tell us about your art of business. Tell us, what audience you work with, the results you get for them, and the time frame it takes for them to start seeing results. And I'm gonna get some tea.
Sure. Well, I help thought leaders who have an idea that they want to get on the most credible stage in the world, find out how they apply and have a much better chance of being accepted instead of 95% who get rejected. And then have that, it's like a bucket list moment for a lot of people too, just like Trent talked about earlier, is they have it on their vision board or they've been thinking about it. And then they meet someone like me and said, wow, I was just thinking about that. Because, you see your peers on the TEDx stage and you think, I should be there too, but maybe you don't know how to go about it. Or like I mentioned, you've been rejected. So that's what I help you with.
I love it. See, so think about that. She helps you navigate the TEDx maze, right? Think about it. How many people want to get on a TEDx stage or a TED Talk, be able to share your vision in that 15, 17-minute window and be able to say, hey, this is what I do. A lot of people think, okay, I just go apply, right? Okay, yeah, you can go apply. And then, well, I got rejected. I wonder why. I don't know why. Well, probably because you didn't have these little things that Maya Lisa already knows to look out for, like don't focus on yourself, focus on an idea. I mean, there's a whole gamut of strategies behind making sure your application gets to the top of the list.
It's always about the idea, always about the idea.
Yes. Exactly. So
can I show you something cool that one of my speakers did this weekend?
Oh yeah, show me.
Ooh. He bought these Air Jordans and he wore them and then he had a bunch of the organizers and such sign it. But then he only asked me to sign one and he gave me the other one to keep as a memory from that. Isn't that pretty cool?
That is awesome.
It is.
That'll definitely be remembered forever.
Yes, it will be.
See, stuff like that, just to really stand out and just kind of be unique in what it is that you're doing. Kind of like what I try to do constantly with my business is I don't like doing what everybody else is doing. I try to stay unique, stand out, and puts my application always at the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? Like just yesterday, I got invited to speak in front of 200,000 people through an awesome event. They're like, hey, just fill this out. You're going to be at the top of our list. We already see what you've been doing. You're constantly serving. You're constantly going out there and giving value. So let's go back.
Because you're just talking about your process, and I've been using your process, and it's helped me so much. Just having that calendar where I ask those questions, those qualifying questions, like what would it feel like to be on the TEDx stage and what's your biggest obstacle and so forth. And then also using text magic has been brilliant. It's a really quick way because yes, so many more open the text message than they do the actual email. And I've been working on, I have one process I do, and now I help use that in my coaching. So I'm creating one that I can give away for free as well. So you kind of, there's three parts. You've got to land the stage, then you've got to nail the talk, and then you want to use the talk that's on YouTube to really get the views there too. And all of those take some work to do.
Exactly. All right. So let's take your example as in how we would attract clients for you. So let's say, for example, you're paid as a consultant. We're not going to go into the details of all the different services you have, nothing like that, but let's just give an example. Let's say, as a scenario, that she has a certain service where she's getting paid as a consultant to actually walk people through a process. It could be a service that, looking at your business, you guys watching right now, that you're teaching your process some way, where you're getting paid a certain amount, whether it's hourly or a set rate, to say, hey, I'm going to take you out of this maze from here to here, and we're going to get there in this amount of time, right? So she would focus, in a sense, if you were using this exact strategy, where she would say, hey guys, I want to teach you guys how to get on a TED Talk stage. If you guys want to do that, just text me at my number and I'll send you these details for free. I'll just give them to you, right? You'll get the do-it-yourself version, okay? Absolutely. Now she knows if somebody texts in, right off the bat, they see her as an expert on the topic of TED Talks, and they want to learn her process on how to get on a TED Talk stage. Would you not think that that's at least somewhat of a qualified prospect to start off with, right? Yes. Think of that in your business, guys. Whatever it is that you're working on, if you have somebody that says, I want to learn your process of what you get paid, and if they're willing to give you their cell phone number to do it, they see you as the expert. Most anybody will give you an email address, right? We all have like 20 email addresses that we don't use and the one that we actually use. So anytime we just want to get access to something, yeah, sure, we'll give you one of my throwaway emails. But they're not going to give you their personal cell phone unless they really value what you do, right? So I use that as a really good filter. Some people are like, oh, well, you're going to get less. I'm like, good. That's what I want. I want more qualified people. I don't want to just spam everybody and anybody, right? Really? So you tell them, hey, text in. They would get the resources. It would be automated, right? Text Magic does this. You can text in a keyword, automatically puts them into a list for you so we know what they're interested in, and automatically sends out a message so it can take them to the next step for you, right? Could just be a link that they go access. Could be a little survey to fill out. Could be, hey, I'll give it to you on our scheduled one-on-one call. Here's my calendar, right? You guys decide how you want to structure that. Ideally, you would just give it to them in a digital version, right? On demand, that way it's duplicatable a billion times over, and then you're just looking through the data to see who you want to follow up with, right? But let's say they all go into Text Magic, and then you're like, oh, let's just reach out to everybody, right? So then you just send out a broadcast message to all of them. Let's say there's 50 people that you give out this process to. You text them all at the same time. You don't have to go copy, paste. You just type out one message, send it to everybody and say, hey, how's that process working for you? Have you been able to submit your application yet to your next TED Talk, right? Something like that. Yep. Of course, you have 97% or more would respond saying, I haven't done it yet, right? Yeah. It hasn't done it, right? Maybe 1 out of 100 or so, or 2 out of 100 will say, yeah, I'm already starting to do it. I just submitted over here. Thank you. This process is amazing. I love your work. And now you've got yourself a super fan. Right? Mm-hmm. That is somebody who's going to tell other people about what you do. Okay.
Well, not only that, but this, how you said that question is you ask a question and you keep it simple. And I have so valued that where you just ask that one question, like you do with us when it's time. Do you have this day free? Are you ready to go live? Yes.
Let's break that really down quick, because that's where I think a lot of people miss. Your texting is not your email newsletter. All right. Never start a conversation with a link. Never start a conversation with a paragraph. Literally keep it as short as you possibly can, where you simply keep it 1 or 2 lines and you ask a question. Like whenever I'm doing anything, I just ask availability. I ask if they're interested. Hey, I'm going to be hosting a class on this topic. You want to join in? Hey, I'm going to be hosting this event. Do you want to access it? Are you available? Right? Simple stuff just to open the conversation. Because if there's a link to send them, I always want to ask for permission to send them the link. And by asking if they're available, that alone could be your permission. If they say, yes, I'm available, great. Bookmark this link. We're going to be going live. I'll ping you when we go live, right? Super simple. In the same sense with Maya Lisa, let's say we take her an example. We could say, hey, did you have a chance to get your first application submitted yet? No, you haven't? Hey, well, how about me and you get on a call? Because this would be her response. How about we get on a call? I'll walk you through the process. We'll just get on a free call. I'll walk you through the process. How does that sound? Now,
Yeah, one of the
those
questions I
responsive.
asked, it is, they're so responsive. I love giving that permission. I love getting a text from you because I know it's so short and I don't feel bad either way if I can or can't make it. But you ask me and it feels so much more personal. And I thank you for that.
The key word right there, personable.
Yep.
That right there is the whole purpose why I do it this way. I don't want to see people as another number. You don't have to have 50,000 subscriptions to get results. Like I have 5,000 cell phone numbers. Let me show you guys here. This will be good. I don't have any. Good. Okay. So let me make sure I'm not sharing any data. Can I do my screen share? I think it's like this. There we go. All right. So here's my text message, text magic. Okay. I don't need to have a lot of numbers, right? I've got 8,721 phone numbers. I have 5,322 that have actually subscribed to something. But yet, anytime I have an opportunity, I've never once ever had to reach out to all 5,000 of them. It was like maybe a few hundred to a couple thousand at most if I'm trying to do something big where I'm like 500 people I want to at an event, then I'll invite like 2,000 people to something, right? Once you understand the power of what mobile can do for you, you don't have to have huge numbers. Like an email list, I had 6,500 people on an email list to get 33 clicks. There's a reason why you need big numbers that way. I need 50,000 followers on Facebook to get 100 shares on something, right? But I can get 250 shares with 500 text messages. So the power of mobile is just really unmatched. And the only thing that comes close is Facebook Messenger, where you can actually inbox people via Messenger. That's over a 90% open rate, but it's individual. You can't mass, market. I can only do that with ManyChat, and that's only on pages, and people know that's automated, right? They see all the automation there. But with the text magic, it's always me. I have no assistant that's managing this. It's that easy to manage where I could just go, all right, I want to reach out to these 50 people right now. All right, let me type out the message I would type out to every single person individually, and then I'll send it. And then I'm only having to respond to the real conversations. I'm not spending 10 hours copy, paste for them not to respond. I can just type out one message, press send, come back 20 minutes later, and I've got dozens of conversations open that I'm just now having a real conversation with. That's the power.
When you've been doing these, you did them for 2 days in a row, and then what day we're on, you send us those leads, and you said you got to do it right away. And so there's a difference in those that come a couple days later instead of come just maybe 12 hours later. It's such a difference. And I didn't quite believe you that people would be opening them up, but I just sat there like bing, 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 bing. I'm like, oh my goodness, this works. It's awesome.
Simple. When that's the difficulty, because if you understand sales, right? 2% of your sales out of 100 people that are going to do business with you, only 2 of them are going to come through the very first contact, right? So where you first meet them, they're like, I love this. Let's do business. I want to get on a call with you like today, right? 2 out of 100. So most people, they got to stop focusing on that type of sale. It's like the most minimal sales you will ever have. And there's people out there that are literally living on 2% of sales. And it's doable, but at the same time, I want to focus on the 80% of sales. 80% of sales come somewhere between 5 to 12 contacts in, right? So for me, I'm just planting seeds all the time. Here guys, free in exchange for data. Like I could see how many people registered for this event, how many people showed up for this event, how long they spent in the event, when's the last time they booked a call, when's the last time they responded to a text, when's the last time they received a text from me, when they registered for an event 2 years ago. Like I could see all of that data. And it's so easy for me when I want to talk to somebody to just click on their profile. Let me show you here. Let me actually open up a profile and show you how this works. I'm going to open up my Lisa's profile.
I'm going to say I'm Ace. You can open up mine if you want to. I'll be at the top.
All right, cool. I'll get permission to do yours. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and open it up real quick, and then I'll activate the screen. Give me a second here. Of course, this has to go like super, super slow for some reason.
And
I don't know why.
the green pens, because I teased you about the green, so you know I have the green.
Right. All right, Maya, there we go. Okay, so I want to share this tab instead. All right. And activate. All right. So this is by Elisa on Text Magic. So when she first texts in to something, she'll get added to one of these lists. So you see all these lists here. These are all the things that she's been added to. Look at all of these different tags that I have for her. This is ridiculous. Look at this. There's got to be hundreds. But this is basically everything that she's texted in for. If she's been at one of my events, if she's registered, if she's been interested in connecting with any of our members, I have all of it organized through Text Magic. So if I'm on a conversation with her, I can simply go to my Lisa, click on her thing, and I can see everything that she's been interested in. A lot of times it's only a couple of tags. My Lisa is obviously very active within our network. And then I can see all the other stuff that I have, all the custom fields of everything she's opted in for, if she's scheduled a call, when's the last time she's connected. So I kind of use this as kind of like a CRM to track effectiveness of, is my strategy working? Am I giving enough value where they're responding to it? And then I could see if she's interested in certain things. Oh, I noticed that she texted in for our get featured at our events, or she texted in for this, you know, for her case, she may just have all these different tags about, here's the speaking topic that she has. Here's how many times that they've been on a TEDx stage. Here's how many applications that they've gotten rejected on. So all of this could be easily accessible data to understand how to bring value to your prospects. So at the end of the day, the simple strategy is this: give away your digital process in exchange for at least a cell phone number. Follow up with them at least a couple of days or a day after to say, hey, are you getting any results yet? And when, not if, but when they say they haven't implemented anything yet, invite them to a call. And all of those processes, you should be getting qualifying questions answered. When they schedule a call with you, when they're getting access to your blueprint, they should have already answered at least 5 to 10 qualifying questions before you say hello. By the time you get on the call and you say, hey, it's Maya and Lisa, let's chat about getting you on some TEDx stages, they've already answered all the questions you need to know. I know, and really the first part of the call is just verifying the information. I saw here that you try to get on 4 stages already. You haven't been able to get on one. I see your topic is this. I noticed that your bio, you're really focused on your own personal story. I think that may have been the issue, right? All of these applications you're submitting, you're focusing on your own personal story instead of the idea that you have here that you're not talking about. Let's change a little things up, right? And then here's how you monetize this process. This is where a lot of people miss. They're like, okay, Manny, I'm just serving, I'm giving this process for free. I get on a free call. I'm not getting business. How do I get business? Okay. You got to offer them 2 solutions, the free version and the paid version. It's really that simple, folks. This is what I do. This is my secret sauce. I give them 2 options. All right, we're on this call. Let's say I'm Maya Lisa and I'm talking about these strategies. I go, okay, so now that I've given you this one call to give you the process, you could stay in the free zone, right? There's a free version, you could stay on this, but if you need more hand-holding, if you think this is not going to be a way for you to navigate this maze on your own, there is an option that's a little more hands-on. There is a cost to that, but I can get you these results in this amount of time. This all comes back to that art of business. This is why I tell you guys to get really clear on your art of business, because I want to see the audience you work with, results you get for that audience, and the time frame it takes to get results. If everybody knows that up front, that's your close. When you get them on the call and they say, hey, this is great, I can do this, but you know, I don't know if I can do this on my own. I'm probably gonna still need a coach or somebody to walk me through this or somebody to help handle a lot of this process because I can't do this on my own, right? That's where you say, hey, well, there's a more hand-holding process. I could be your coach. I could be your consultant. We can take over a lot of these services for you and actually help you get this implemented. Just like I had explained initially, you're the audience I work with. The result you're trying to get is exactly what you're trying to do here. And in the time frame I can help you get these results in, that is your measurable value. That is what they're going to be thinking in their head. Wow, I can get this done in only 2 months. I can get this done in only 3 months. I've been trying to do this for 5 years. That would save me so much time. And to people, time is money. Time is their value. If you can tell them, hey, we can just take that off your hands, 3 months, we're helping you get this done.
One of my most popular text magic messages, besides, when you have people type TED into the number that's on my screen there, is one of my clients just landed a TEDx talk in 3 weeks. Do you want to know how? And then I got people interested, right? So I asked them, and they wanted to know.
Talk about the results. Hey, if we're able to show you the process of how to do this in 3 weeks, like one of my clients just did, can I show you that? Right? That's a great lead gen. And it could be simply an interview that you do with them, right? Where you just talked about their story, talked about the process. Hey, what did you do that everybody else wasn't doing? Well, I did this. I got better results because I tried this route. Oh, well, that's pretty smart. We should try to do that, right? So it's just really simplifying that you have the process that actually gets results. And you just get clear on what audience that works for. I made a post today, I think it was today, this morning, where it said, if you haven't been able to successfully do it 3 times yourself, don't be teaching it and getting paid by it to others, because you shouldn't have people as your guinea pigs, right? And like, I haven't been able to do this. Like, I have somebody that tries to teach a process that was trying to get on my stages before. And I was like, all right, how does it work? Oh, well, I haven't done it yet. I'm like, you want to get paid to do this and you haven't done it yet? What the heck? No. So yeah, just be a little smart about going out there with experience. And that's people like Maya Lisa, right? She's doing it herself. She's showing other people how to do it. She's done it multiple times over. And now it becomes a process where it says, well, dude, if you just do this, you just skip 3 months of trying to do this on your own. Skip another 6 months trying to do that on your own.
Last 2 weekends, 9 speakers are on the stage.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. See, results, right? That's what I'm talking about. I love it. All right, Maya Lisa, thank you for coming in as that example, being our little guinea pig today. I appreciate that. And we're going to get back to some more networking. I think you guys are ready for some networking. I feel like it. All right, so we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. All right, folks. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to get back into some networking. If you want to get on stage, all you have to do is text in this keyword right here. See, it's on the screen right there. Speak. Just text in the keyword speak to 714-369-8528, and it will give you the backstage access link. I think we are full right now. I think we have 10 people on stage. So, I think we do. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and stop my share so I can get at least one more person back here. And then let's bring some people in so we can talk some networking. So I haven't had Jenna Lynn on yet. Welcome, Jenna Lynn. We'll bring you in here.
Hello.
Empowering, who is this? Empowering something. I don't see his face. So a few more people. I know Dwayne Elliott. Your device is not connected, so I can't add you in here. So I need you to connect your device. There's a few people backstage that we just got to get your device connected, or I need to see your face on your screen so I know you're actually there. So empowerment, whatever, empowerment, THR, and it's all cut off. I can't see you there. Gentlemen, welcome to the party. Oh, there you are. All right, let's go.
Hi.
Let's go. Hello,
Hi.
empowerment.
I didn't know I was on stage here. Sorry?
Empowerment with Thra.
Oh, my name is Nadia. My business is Empowerment Through Healing. Hi, everyone.
Empowerment Through Healing. Perfect. All right, hang on, guys. Wifey needs to walk through the background, so I need to keep her off the camera. She's still getting ready for everything. She's got all her fanciness. Can you stay back there, Ben? She's like, shut up. All right, so while we're waiting for Wifey to complete her mission, I love putting her on the spot. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and say hi to the superstars we have on stage right here. Jenna TSP. What does the TSP stand for?
It stands for a teaspoon of faith, because that's all you need is a tiny little teaspoon. And
That's
God will be with you on your side always, forever and always.
I love that. So tell us a little bit about your art of business, the audience you work with, the results you get for that audience, and the time frame it takes to get the results.
I am a writing coach, and I coach the book out of you, because basically everybody has a book in them. And if you don't believe you have a book in them, have a conversation with me, and I'll bet you I will show you. And I promise that we can get you, just like I did, get you published, but you will have your book ready to be published, and we will find the publishers for you. I could publish it, but maybe you have some other people in mind. But we're going to get the writing done together, because I will coach the book out of you in 6 months.
6 months. I love it. So we got the time frame. The audience, people that want to get their message out, they want to write their story, they want to make that into a book. The result, she's going to get that book out of you. She's going to be your coach. She's going to walk you through the process and make it a reality, and do that in the time frame of 6 months. Now, why 6 months?
Because if you make it, we could take it longer, but everybody is more along the lines of, I want this book out of me, and I want to be focused on the stories that I want to tell. Sure, we could take a year, we could take 5 years, but it's going to get boring. We want to get excitement. We want to get you to stay excited about your stories. We want to get you to have that finished product, to have those pages written. You're going to go from this, all this stuff, all these notes and everything like that, and get it to this. We're going to have these words printed out for you, because you want to start your new life as an
book,
author.
right?
This is my book. Yes. Jenny's Journey.
And that took you 6 months to create?
It took me 6 months of doing nothing else but writing, because I was that focused on it. Yeah, I had to go through editing and stuff like that, and we will talk about that, and we will be focused on what is it that you want. So if
getting
you
the
want to
book
write a
out, that's
self-help
one of the
book,
hardest. Once the book is out, the editing, publishing, distribution, there's all kinds of avenues to go with that. But the hardest part is getting it out, right? I know myself personally, I've been writing my book for years, trying to get past chapter 1. I end up always having to go into a collab book. Like this year, I'm going to be doing a project with Tony Robbins. He's endorsed the book, and I'll be doing a chapter in there, chapter 8 of series number 8. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I'll be in that this year, but soon I'll have my own individual solo project out. But that's the hardest thing, is just getting past getting it actually written down. And the best part about somebody that's got experience, you know, you've done it yourself. You've had to go 6 months kind of without a coach, just kind of doing it on your own and learning the process. So she walked through her maze solo, but she's like, I'm going to do this. And she was able to get out of that maze in 6 months. So
and I wasn't walking.
And she wasn't walking, right? There she goes. She kept running into the walls. Bam.
No. I was paralyzed. So I was actually.
Tell us about that.
Technically, when I decided to start writing my book, or when I landed somebody who encouraged me to start writing the book, and he said, okay, start writing. And I have multiple sclerosis. I've had it since I was 16 years old. And the doctors, when I was 28 years old, told me and my husband to find a home for me to settle in, because they weren't going to be able to cure me. But I said, you don't need to cure me. I need to cure me. And it's through that teaspoon of faith that I mentioned about the TSP in my name, is that I was able to overcome my disability. And I don't call it a disability. I call it a different ability, because I found a different way to function. I found a different way to go about things. I wanted to write that book. And even though my hands were disfigured at the time, and I only had the function of these 2 fingers, I wrote this book in 6 months.
Wow.
Tap, tap, tapping. 6 months. And you can do it too. And that's what I guide you through.
Just think about that. Literally, in essence paralyzed. You can't even like barely move your hands and still like, okay, I'm gonna write this book. Where I don't care, that's not gonna stop me. I only have 2 out of my 10 fingers that I can use, but sure, no problem. We'll still do this in 6 months. So I really don't think there's going to be any excuse at this point for most of you that are like, I can't write my book. Well, let me introduce a gentleman, okay? With just a teaspoon of faith, she wrote her own book in 6 months with just 2 freaking fingers, my friends. That's what I'm talking about. I love a story like that. That's inspiring right there. What would you say if we were to have, if one of our students, because this recording, this series is going to go in our school and a whole new class that's all about the speed networking, kind of showing people different talks, different aspects of business. But let's say one of our From Orphan to CEO students is watching this. What would you say to that next generation of entrepreneurs?
Oh, it is a wonderful knowledge to go into a bookstore and to see your book on the shelf and to know that my book, the oddity is my book can be seen next to a Chicken Soup for the Soul book. That's just so awesome to me because Mark Victor Hansen and Jenny Lynn Hart happen to be H and H. So this book is right there on the shelf next to him in Barnes & Noble. I have a picture of it. It's just so cool. You might want that. And I can help you to get your book completed and get you on your journey, because that's what Jenny's Journeys is all about. We're all on a journey. It all depends on what it is that you want your journey to lead you to. So I say, start writing. Connect with me if you don't know how to pick up that pen. Pick up that pen or sit at that keyboard and use those 2 fingers, because all you need is 2 fingers. And I promise we'll get that book. I will coach the book out of you.
I love it. Man, we've got some awesome people that have come through today on this Network of Influence, virtual speed networking, very first experience like this. I wanted to try something new. I've been using the Remo for a couple of years, and it's been a great platform, but I wanted to see how kind of diverse with I just playing around with different experiences. So this has been pretty awesome. So thank you, Jenna, for coming in and sharing these ideas. Let's bring a couple more people in. We've got a few people backstage. We're going to keep you on stage here. So that way, if people want to connect, they could still see, and maybe we might have some questions that we can answer. But for those that are tuning in, you see her number right there below her picture, or her profile or video screen there, 833-428-0974. So if you wanted to connect, you want to ask questions, she's got a free process breakdown on how she does what she does. So if you guys want to see exactly how she wrote her book with 2 fingers in 6 months, I love that concept. You got to brand that. 6 months, 2 fingers, get your book done. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. So beautiful, beautiful story there. Definitely connect if you guys want to learn more about what she's working on. So let's bring in some more superstars. Absolutely. We've got empowerment. Let's bring Brenda back in. We got Trent back in. We got Boyce back in, so you guys can meet some of the new people that have been coming through here. But let's start off with empowerment through healing. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on. Let me go and unmute you here. Can't unmute guests because they choose to mute themselves. All right, you need to unmute yourself there, girl.
Yes, I'm unmuted. Hi, everyone. I'm Nadia Hussein, and my company is called Empowerment Through Healing. Sorry, I didn't even know I was backstage. I was cleaning up the house while I was listening to you guys. Anyways, I'm an empowerment coach, and I spent 25 years in the school system in education, empowering students all the way up to high school. And what I've realized is that adults are just children in bigger bodies. So I gave up my job. I literally just quit. And I prepared for this by taking courses like mindfulness, NLP, hypnotherapy, life coaching, because I'm very passionate about uncovering unconscious limiting beliefs and values that is actually running the show in our lives. So I'll quickly just say, I came from a lot of trauma, and it was very crippling, and I didn't wake up until my late 30s. So I spent the last 10 years really empowering myself, and now I help people who are people pleasers. I don't want to call them people pleasers and label them, but people who are people pleasers with imposter syndrome. So I take people from self-doubt to self-confidence. There's so many, and this, I incorporate childhood wounds, childhood trauma. It's all at the unconscious level. And I, draw from my experiences in different areas, like I've mentioned, right? Unconscious and conscious mind work techniques. A lot of my clients say that, I've been through years of therapy and nothing helped like this because of the hypnotherapy component, right? Change happens at the unconscious level, where all emotions, memories, habits, learning, and change exist. And I'm going to tell you sometimes I get emotional talking about this, but my passion around this runs very deep. I want to get, young people before and don't get me wrong, a lot of midlifers have reached out to me, midlifers who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. But a lot of the people in their 20s have reached out to me, especially girls. And I love it because they are gaining awareness of themselves before they make the biggest decisions of their lives. Like, what do I want to go into? My career, or what relationship do I want to have? What kind of, what do I want to do in my life? Because a lot of times people make decisions based on trauma, through the lens of trauma. And that has lasting effects. I could share some very personal stories here, but I'm going to save you guys. That is why I get so emotional, because we can literally, I literally help people change the trajectory of their lives just by going through my 12-week program. And I can honestly say, yes, I've had imposter syndrome all my life, where it just crippled me. It crippled me to the bones, and even people pleasing, and how I was betrayed and taken advantage of, and just taken for granted, and abused, rejected, and neglected, abandoned, all of it, right? I've dealt with a lot of trauma in my life, but it's priceless. My coaching program is priceless, and I need to get it out there. I'm not new to my field of study, my practice.
So hold on one second. So just as an FYI, we're not pitching programs. We're only talking about the art of business, the audience you work with, the results you get for the audience, and the time frame it takes that we get results. So everybody knows that we've got great programs and services, but we're not here to pitch any products. This is not a pitch structure. So what I would love.
Yeah, that wasn't my intention. I was really just getting wrapped up into my passion, and sorry about that. But anyways, my program is 12 weeks, but I start to see changes pretty much after the first few sessions. So the time is about 12 weeks, and the result is that they are confident. And you had another question?
Well, we got it. Well, we got the good understanding of what you're doing, right? You're teaching people through how to access the subconscious level of where their difficulties and challenges are. And it's so true. I mean, if you look at any psychologist structure, they're going to let you know that first 5 years of growing is where you kind of solidify all of your habits and the way that you perceive life and how you accept love and a lot of different things. So, a lot of people don't understand that it's not a strategy that they have to implement. A lot of it is a bad habit that they need to unlearn, or, a set trauma from a past experience that they need to still deal with, and to actually be able to build relationships or build their business. So definitely great insights. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and bring in the next highlight that we can share. I think Boyce, you had a chance to share a little bit earlier, but let's go ahead and bring you back in for the new people that didn't get a chance to hear what you're working on, brother. So share with me your art of business, the audience you work with, the results you get for them, and the time frame it takes for them to start seeing results.
Okay, great. Again, I'm Boyce, and I am unmuted. Okay, good. Okay, so the audience I'm looking for are people that would like to start purchasing gold and silver as a way to protect their wealth, and also how people that are looking to start creating wealth and building wealth through gold and silver as well.
Nice. So looking at kind of your structure, if I was going to give your art of business, right? Because I heard you a little bit earlier on kind of what your process is. Can I do your art of business for you?
Sure.
All right, cool. Because I'm very familiar with the type of brand that you work with and stuff like that. So I love it. And looking at your process, if I was you, I would focus with your art of business audience is people who love to collect physical assets, right? Okay. Maybe you like gold, you like silver, right? You collect comics, but I want to build a community of people who love to collect physical assets, right? That should be like a first starting point. The results you get for them, right? There's a bunch of education, there's opportunities, there's resources all around this industry. And with the brands that you partner with, you've got yourself a way to just bring a lot of those resources completely free to them, right? You've got a whole resource center, you've got newsletters, you've got articles, there's all kinds of fun stuff where you're getting people educated and just having a way for you guys to all come together, right? Because that's what it's about, building community. And the time frame that you can get these resources, I mean, they're all on demand. So in essence, it's immediate for them to start seeing exactly what it is that you're learning about as well. Now, notice none of that had to talk about any product or service, didn't have to talk about any brand or company. It's focused whenever you're publicly talking about what you do to focus on the people that you know are going to get the best results and just say, hey, these are the free ways that I can get you guys access to what we do. With your brand that you work with, without even mentioning it, you guys have a whole online resource library that you guys have all kinds of just on-demand, ready-to-go resources that you could just gift to people. That's what I would focus on starting with. Just saying, hey, get me your cell phone number. I can start getting you some invites and some resources out to you, and you can learn what I'm learning, right? And that's the best way to start. But find people who love to collect physical assets. That would be my suggestion there. Awesome. Well, thanks, boys, for that, brother. Anybody that loves to collect physical assets, definitely connect with Boyce. Trust me, the organization that he's a part of and that he plugs in with, they have a ton of free stuff. So you're definitely going to love plugging in and learning from them with no strings attached to be able to start chucking in to what they're doing. Jackie says, your why or the passion you have for those you serve will always reflect in your work and the community you build. Great, great advice. Jackie, where are you at, girl? I don't see you backstage, girl. Text in the keyword speak so you can get back here. I want to get you on video. Talk about what you're working on. What is his contact info? Boyce, I need your contact info, brother. By the way, everybody who's on stage, if you're on stage or you're in the green room like John and Maya Lisa right now, use the private chat. Put in your contact information, put your calendar links, put your phone number, your email address. That way our people can connect with you, because everybody on stage definitely wants to learn from you guys. And then if you're not on backstage and you want to get people that are tuning in, whether it's live or on the replay, comment publicly on the video. So the YouTube video would be the best way to do that. Let me give you guys the actual link so you guys can just jump right into it. Manifestation/live. All right, bear with me, folks. Just want to make sure you guys have access. Of course, it's so slow. Really, it's going to take this long to pull up a YouTube video. Ah, cheapest. All right, there we go. I'm going to close that. Where did I go? There we go. All right, guys. Private chat, boom. All right, so I just put the private chat YouTube link. So if you guys want to comment your contact information so I can put it publicly, do that, please. Boyce, Trent, Brenda, everybody that's backstage, put that on the YouTube video. Just comment on that. That way I can add it right into the stream. So everybody can see it and not just the people behind the scenes. All right, Trent, go ahead, brother. You're up to bat. Go and share a little bit more about what you're working on, and let's plug in some opportunities.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Well, I'm Trent Hogg. I'm down here in Tampa, Florida, and I work with men who are unsatisfied with their lives, and I help them remove the barriers in order for them to be more successful both personally and professionally. So essentially they become able to live life on their own terms without sacrificing their own values or their families. I'm also a bucket list coach, and that's where I provide self-development programs for corporate settings, companies, small businesses, to maximize productivity, increase engagement and retention to create a more positive culture. I also have programs for families, couples, and kids, teens, to help them start living their lives by design instead of by default. So that's
I love that. By design instead of by default. That is some good stuff. Now, Trent, what would you say is the biggest need for the business right now?
Always clients. Just always clients to try to help as many people as possible. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, men especially, that I talk to that are just not in a good space. And my program is really for anybody. I designed it that way, but I really wanted to focus on men. There's been so many movements over the last, 2 or 3 years that I think a lot of men, may sound weird, but just kind of feeling left behind and unsure of what their next moves need to be. And so I kind of go on the visual journey of rowing a boat. I was like, as long as both sides are rowing the boat, you're going straight. One side can always row harder than another if you need to turn and divert or whatnot. But it's not like men versus women and, men and women, this big difference. It doesn't have to be this way. We can all row it together and get to where we need to be and want to be.
I love that. So definitely focus, or not focus, but you're focused on serving men, dads, single dads, just men in general is kind of the main attraction you're looking for. Now, do you have any free resources that you kind of start them off with where they can access, some on-demand contents? Like, where do people start when they connect with you?
Usually it's on my website and get a good idea of, my story and where I've been. Someone was just speaking about they have a lot of trauma. I've been through a lot in my life. I'm a cancer survivor. I was adopted when I was younger by my stepdad and my mom because my dad gave up his rights, and been divorced myself. And so it's a lot of trauma being a single dad. So, whenever I'm on a call with someone, we really start to dive deep. I want to provide value as soon as humanly possible for them so that they know that help is on the way and a new life is very, very possible and very, very realistic. You're muted, brother. You're muted. I don't know how that happened.
How did I get muted? What the heck? What I was saying is the calendar link that you have here privately, I think when I press Control-D, that muted. I think that's why that muted is. But you have a calendar link in the private chat. Is that for people to schedule a free call with you?
Absolutely. And I'll put it back in there. I thought I had it. I thought I just put it in there, but I was.
I just put it on here in the chat. So. All right,
awesome.
So you see here, there's a Calendly link, calendly.com/coach-trent/30 minutes. So if you are a dad, you are single or married. I'm a married dad. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But man, build a community. That's what it's about. So let's get some dads part of our community into his community, and let's start creating some opportunities. So love it. Thank you for coming in, brother. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate the invite.
Yes, thank you. All right, let's get over to Brenda. Brenda, go ahead and take over. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you have to unmute yourself and share a little bit about what you're working on.
Hello, thank you, Manny. I have a question for you first. I'm trying to find the YouTube channel. Could you please tell me what it is again?
Okay, if you go into the private chat, do you see the private chat?
Okay.
There's a YouTube link. Just youtube.com/watch. It's a couple of comments up. I'll just put it right there at the last chat. All you have to do is click on that link, and that brings you into the YouTube video. There should be a live chat box right next to it where you can start adding comments into it.
Thanks so much. I've been following and commenting on the Facebook Live, but I want to be able to share it with more people.
Facebook Lives are here. So I see this one like right here. You popped in on Facebook. That works as well. So either way works, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, but it's a lot easier for me to share a YouTube video.
Back in the green room, we had a great chat with Trent. I asked him a question about whether he could help people who had lost the ability to dream, because I meet lots of people who really don't dream very much anymore. and I was really encouraged to hear that that's one of the things that he does. So that's wonderful too. I mean, people who've lost that ability to dream, they need to connect with Trent as well.
I love it. Thank you for that little plug there for Trent. Awesome.
So
Yes,
I
thank
am
you.
Brenda Marie Sheldrake. I help entrepreneurs to generate more qualified leads. I help them to stop wasting time on meetings that don't generate results by teaching them how to build relationships that will qualify the leads, that will create leads that will last, create memories, create relationships that will last. One of the things I've learned is that people don't leave people they have relationships with. So if you want clients that last, if you want clients that are loyal and clients who will refer, then you want to be building relationships with them. It can't be a transactional system. Using the system, I've taught people how to generate these qualified leads, how to do this relationship building. And I myself generated 3,000 qualified leads in 1 year using this system. So I'm eager to help anyone who wants to learn how to generate more leads, because there's too many businesses, too many people these days who are becoming entrepreneurs, starting to live their dream, but then giving up because they don't know how to get the leads that they need to succeed in their business. So I do have the free resources. You can do it all for free. You can get my system. I have a system. You can get my system and you can follow it, or you can work with me. I've been following you for a long time, Manny, and I follow your system.
That's what I'm talking about. Serve your way to success. That's what we love here. People always showing up, because you guys got to understand, right? Relationship building is about bringing value. Like if you're going to attract clients, you're only going to attract people who actually get results if they seeing value in what you're teaching, right? The stuff that you may think is easy for you, for Brenda, relationship building, going out there and generating leads, 3,000 in 1 year, that's easy for her. For other people, that's like, I haven't generated one lead before. How do you do that, right? And so it's just a teaching of simplifying the process. And the way she's doing is perfect. Hey, guys, we've got free ways for you to do this. It's step by step. You can get access to it, and they're on demand. Did we lose? Who did we lose? We lost somebody. Somebody went MIA. Let's bring back another person in. Boom. There we go. Can't have it sitting there by itself. All right. So looking at, we lost Jenilyn. There we go. Okay. I was like, who have popped out? So looking at it, great concept. It's all about serving friends.
Just quick, man. My calendar link somehow
Oh, did you mess it up? Put it in the private chat again, and then I can add it in at the bottom. I think she's rugged. Is she frozen on your guys' screen too? She's frozen. All right, Brenda, we'll get you back in. She'll get unfrozen soon, and she'll just glitch back in. All right, I see her calendar link. Let me go ahead and put it back in. So much easier if you guys actually comment these, and then I could just place your comment, but it's cool. I'll do it this way. I'll keep it simple. Win-win. Easy peasy. Brenda, Calendly.com/Brenda0170 calendar. I don't know if that's like her favorite number, but 0170. Remember that, folks. All right, so let's get on. Let's move it and grooving. John DeBevoise, this the 8 seconds to something. I don't know. He has a really cool brand structure. John, go ahead and take the stage, brother, and tell us a little bit more about what you're working on.
Well, you stumbled on the 8 seconds to 8 million is what I sold a business for many years ago. And I was a rodeo cowboy for 10 years, and I didn't make my money rodeoing, but I sure had a good time. It gave me doorways into the financial industry when I was told that my lifestyle of whiskey, women, and horses was not sustainable.
Oh, unacceptable.
And so they introduced me to people like yourself that knew big words like investment and diversification. And I got into different businesses, including real estate, which is where I built up a business and sold it for $8 million. However, I just sold my brand. My business, Soup Talk Radio, has officially been sold.
It's sold. Wow.
And it's a big deal. The news is coming out shortly. But now, after 20 years of being cooped up in a radio studio and being politically correct, I'm being turned loose with a bucket full of money and a bunch of opinions, and I'm coming out swinging.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That's what I'm talking about.
I've got a friend of mine who is black, and it's obvious that he's black, and I'm obviously white, and we are going to call it the Black and White Show. And we are going to address social issues and everything else in the news from the white issue and from the black issue. And he is a good rodeo friend of mine, very articulate, world champion, and he doesn't let me forget that.
I love it. That is
so
awesome.
We're coming out swinging.
Give me one controversial topic you guys are going to cover. Let's talk about it.
Oh, what's a good one? Oh, how about Al Sharpton? How about race baiting?
Oh, we're going there, are we? I love it. Yeah, you're definitely going for the juggler. I love it.
Oh, yeah. So, I was looking at
this content.
I'm looking at coming up with a pseudonym, and I was thinking about using your name and phone number as for comments.
Your name and
reactions. I thought I would play the name. I would go by the name of Manny Lopez, so that all comments and all hate mail go to you, and you can screen them for me.
That works. That works for me. I'm getting enough already. I started to go viral on Facebook recently. I discovered Facebook Reels, and I've got 180 million views on this thing in the last couple of months. And it's ridiculous the type of people that are commenting on my stuff now. They're like, how did you show up in my feed? I'm like, you put me there, dummy. Like, you're following me. I'm not following you. Oh man, it's hilarious the type of people are on the internet. But man, I could totally get behind some of this stuff, man. This is fun. I love to watch controversy. I'm like one of those people that popcorn in the comment section. Like, I love it, man. It's hilarious to see how people get so worked up over crazy issues out there. But I can see it, man. Hopefully you last, because with the censorship these days, you can't even say certain words before you're just banned. So this is
there are platforms that will accept it, and I have multiple homes, so no one will know exactly where I'm at, and it's going to be fun. And my friends are opinionated just like me. We're going to look at it through the eyes of a white man and a black man. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to me?
And I'm the brown man. There you go.
There you go.
I'll come in for special commentary. That league will go after me.
It's not going to be. It will be controversial in that we're not going to hold back. And he balances off my opinions and vice versa. And so we tried out the first one. We tried taping the first one, but it didn't go well because we were laughing so hard. It was mostly laughter. So we're going to try it again. And we're going to try that one out. Now I've been retired, but I'm not dead.
Right,
and I'm still ranching, and I'm still doing the other things.
Are you still jumping on horses?
Oh, you bet. Every day. In fact, when I leave here, I'm going to be going out and getting on one and going to go push cattle across the ranch. So
that's what I'm talking about.
It's calving season. That means they're being born.
Oh, nice. That's definitely going to be a busy time for sure. I saw my because in my industry, I'm going after the foster care system. I'm going after sex trafficking. There's a lot of big issues that we have to cover, because most people don't know this. 60% of the sex trafficking victims in the United States come from foster care. That's a little odd. How that many kids is not a coincidence, my friend. So, I've known that we're going to be having a lot of targets on our back for quite some time, which is why I created our own platform. I created my own school of business, my own controlled narrative. So if I need to speak, I can speak there to my 33,000 global users and growing daily. But I can totally understand, brother. You know, playing by the system's rules are not always too easy to do. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of how we reach people. So we got to get them to our platforms and be able to share the real truth out there. So I love it, brother. Keep doing what you do and keep up the great work, my friend. You're always out there changing the world.
Keep your eyes open for Biz Soup. It's got a name, it's got a brand, and it's coming out big. I'm on the board of directors, but it will be a big voice in the business world. Bigger than I ever took it.
They're getting excited. They're like, hey, Doug, get over here. Come on, man. We need to rail up these cattle.
I'll even bring some with me.
Z?
What's that?
Is it B-I-Z, Soup?
B-I-Z-S-O-U-P.
Is that one word or two?
One.
Biz Soup Talk Radio, or how's it going to go by?
Well, on the website, it's Biz Soup, but it's Biz Soup Media, Biz Soup Talk Radio. They bought it all.
All right. Let's, I want to make sure that we have it in the comment here. So if people wanted to get access to it, we just want to make sure you could find it. So soon, very soon, most likely if you're watching this on replay, Biz Soup, go search for it and you're going to find John DeBevoise and the Black and White Show and possibly mixing in some brown around the town. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we'll pour you in as, kind of like the latte part.
There we go. Coming in for the latte. There we go. Brown latte. Or I can come in with the beans and the burritos.
That too. And we'll take on your controversial subject on the foster homes, because I've been following you and that subject, and it shouldn't be. None of it should be.
We should not be seeing 2 out of 3 kids aging out of foster care, ending up dead, homeless, or in jail within a year. That's unacceptable to me. This is why we've created what we create. I mean, the whole goal of us is to bring education and resources in a completely free structure, so there's no barrier to entry for our students. To date, we've been able to serve over 33,000 students in 85 different countries, and we're just getting started. So this is a great focus. And at the end of the day, it's about collaboration. I need people like yourselves that are out there, like John, getting on Biz Soup, being able to tell his audience about what's going on in the foster care system, right? So love it, man. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. And awesome. Looking forward to seeing what you're working on, brother. Thank you for that.
Well, and with that, I got to go saddle up.
Saddle up, brother. Get it done. Have a blast, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure. Best of luck to you, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Maya Lisa, go ahead and take the stage. I know we had a little segment earlier, but we haven't got you to talk about your art of business to the group in our little speed networking segment. So go ahead and take the stage.
Well, thank you. My audience is entrepreneurs, thought leaders, people who have an idea, people who have a heart that really want to focus on what they have to give. That is not only just for the local stage, but also for that TEDx global stage on YouTube that's out there as well. And someone who's willing to be coachable and say, I know I have a story, but get some help on actually wrapping an idea around it. They have some science behind it, but get some help on actually wrapping the idea around it, because it's not supposed to be inspirational, motivational. It's an idea that people can take away and do something with it.
I love it. So tying into what you're focused on, a lot of it is taking a big idea that they have and putting it on a big stage, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm always teaching you guys to find people who are already influential to the market you want to reach. In the same sense, you could do that with brands. TEDx is a brand. It is a brand that's got global recognition, and go watch some of the views on their YouTube videos, hundreds of millions for some of these content pieces just to talk about an idea. And then you got somebody who specializes in helping you make sure that idea can actually reach center stage. That's the power of mentorship, of coaching, of consulting. This is why I bring people like this in scenarios and experiences like this, so you guys can shortcut the learning curve. Everyone here has something they can shortcut the learning curve with you on how to do. With Maya Lisa, that's taking you and putting you on a TEDx stage and showing you the steps on how you do it. Give us one example. Give me one tip my people watching right now can take away. What are some things that speakers are doing wrong when they're going about reaching a TEDx stage?
They're making it about them instead of about the idea. And as you go to apply at different stages, they almost all will say that we're more interested in the idea. It's not about you. It's about the idea that's come from you that you're wanting to share. And 95% are rejected because they don't answer the question in the way that particular stage asked the question. Because the X stands for, here's an independent license for a TED event in St. Louis or in Seattle or Sydney. And they ask different questions. They all want to know the same thing. What's your idea? What will the audience take away from the idea? Who are you and why should we listen to you right now talk about this idea? But they ask it different ways. It might be a 1-minute video, a 3-minute video. It might be do it in 2 sentences, in 1 sentence. So you have to really pay attention to get in the head of the organizer is the best tip I would say.
Get in the head of the organizer. I like that concept.
Yeah, it's like finding a job. You don't submit the exact same resume if you're looking for 3 jobs, 3 different companies to work for, and you have a different likeness. You fit more with one than you do with another. So you've got to also interview them and see, is this a stage that I want to, does my idea fit here? And do I fit with the idea somewhere else?
So it's really idealizing the concept of saying, hey, I have a strategy that I want to share. I want to simplify the process in a variety of ways. Being able to take what you're doing and turning that into a step-by-step. It's really just saying, hey, just make sure you've got this checklist done before you go about going this route. Because that checklist right there could save you years of failure and getting stuck at a wall and not seeing results, and you're just sitting there wondering why.
Yes. Yep.
Right. I mean, think about it. Like us as parents, when we have children, we want to teach them certain things to shortcut the learning curve. We can always sit back and watch them do it, and we see how, if we let them learn things on their own, sometimes they just learn it a little differently. That just like, you don't need all those extra steps. You're kind of, you could just do this, this, and this. It's kind of like what I do in business. When I'm working with the brand, I'm kind of like a navigation. I come into the business and I just shortcut everything they're trying to do to say, okay, well, why are you taking all those 15 steps to try and get to this destination? You could just turn left. You'd have it here in steps. So powerful, powerful incentive there. Awesome. Great there. So this is great, guys. I thank you guys for all coming in and sharing your strategies on what you're doing, your art of business. This has been amazing. So I appreciate you guys all coming in. We're going to do one more segment to kind of share a little bit about some of the processes. So I'm going to take you guys off stage right now, and then we'll do one more round towards the end of this if we have a chance to get a couple more people on stage. So thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. Say adios, amigos, to my community. Thank you very much.
And using yours, just text me at that one, 208-910-1919.
There we go, 208. I'll make sure your last one here, 208. Oh, there we go, hold on. There we go, 208-910-1919 to get connected to Maya Lisa. All right, folks. If you are watching backstage and have some questions, I'm going to keep the private chat open so I can tune in there. But feel free to be networking, guys. Talk about what you're working on. If you put it publicly on the public comments, a lot easier for everyone to see that. But for those that are kind of chatting backstage, you guys can do that as well. So awesome. Thank you guys for coming in. This has been a pretty interesting experience. What are you guys' thoughts on this? For those that have been watching, who have tuned in from Network of Influence on Remo versus Network of Influence through something like this, I would love to get your guys' feedback, whether it's on the private chat, you want to text it to me, you want to put it in the public comments, let me know. I would love to get your feedback on this. I know some people are seeing this for the very first time. What up, Jeff? Welcome to the party, brother. Oh, this is pretty cool. Think of this as like a Twitter Spaces on steroids. That was kind of the goal of this, right? Twitter Spaces, if you guys are familiar, it's kind of like an audio live. Everyone's on these little audio icons, and then you can bring people up on stage, talk about what they're working on. They bring them off stage, but it's only audio. There's no live chat. There's no visual interaction, no texting keyword type stuff. So I thought, let's switch it up a little bit. We got a first timer here. Welcome to the party, Jeff. Welcome. Miley says, welcome, looking forward to Biz Suit. John does rodeo. Boyce is a cowboy, and I was raised on a ranch. It was fun to be on stage with him. That's what I'm talking about. And I love horses. You know, that's about it. I want to be on a ranch. I want to own a horse. I would love to be a cowboy, but unfortunately, you know, I'm a Lake Elsinore city boy. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there soon. We'll get there soon enough. All right, so let's go into another thing I want to give you guys a concept on before we head out, and that is the 3 E's. Write that down, my friend. E. Write them vertically. Okay, these are going to be an acronym. They stand for something. They mean something, and this is going to be a twofold strategy. This is one for people who want to know, Manny, how can I get paid for something that I can teach? Okay, that's one way that you can use this. The other way that you can use this, maybe you already know what it is that you do. This is also a qualifier for prospecting. Okay, so I'm speaking to 2 audiences on this strategy. One is going to be for people just starting out, my day one entrepreneurs, where you're looking at like, you know what, Manny, how can I get paid to do something that I love to do, right? You keep talking about this. Go build your own dream. Stop waiting for permission to build someone else's. Well, how do you do that? Okay, well, let's show you how to do it. And then for those that already know what dream you're building, I know a lot of you already have that nailed down. Now you're trying to figure out, well, who is the best customer that I can serve? Who can I get the best results with? And how do I find them? I'm going to teach you guys how to do that right now. Completely free, $0, no strings attached, just straight up education and collaboration. Y'all ready? Are you ready? Let me see some excitement. I need to see a wow. There's not even one wow face on my Facebook right now. I'm really disappointed, folks. So whoever's watching on Facebook, please give me a wow face. I would love to see a wow reaction on my live stream, because I've seen no wows right now. I'm so sad, very sad. So hopefully you guys can fix that challenge for me. I love it. All right, so let's get into it. The 3 E's. What are the 3 E's? Well, if you write them vertically, the first E, oh, I can actually use this. Let's use the banners. There we go. This will be fun. The first E, what do you guys think it is? Put it in the comments. What do you guys think the first E is? Oh, I see my first wow face. Thank you very much. That's what I'm talking about. I love you guys. You guys are always delivering for me. I appreciate that. What is the first E? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Put it in the comments. I'm going to give you guys another 10 seconds to put it in. Go ahead and 5, 4, 3. If anybody can get this, I'm going to give you 500 Manny bucks for anybody who can get this before I put it on the screen. Brenda says entertain. Entertain. Nope, that's not the answer. Energy, says Jackie. That is not the answer. Good question. Good guesses. Good guesses. I'll give you guys, let's see, do we have a couple more guesses? We do. We have educate. That is not the answer. Expertise. That is not the answer. Oh, both of you guys said expertise. Oh, nice thinking. Great minds think alike. Elevate. That's a good, these are all great guesses. But the answer is easy. Easy. Yes, that is the first E. What do I mean by easy? For you that are trying to figure out what to get paid to do, my audience number 1, I'm gonna call you number 1s, okay? My number 1, my day 1s, okay? Easy. Find something that is easy for you to do. Very first, very simple, okay? Find something that is easy. So think of it, something that you'd be doing, like even things that you would go pay to do. That's just easy. It's fun. It's something that just comes naturally to you. So day 1 entrepreneurs, find something that's easy. For you that already know your own dream, my dream builders, okay? I got my day 1 audience and my dream builders. For my dream builders, easy is for your customer. You got to find the people that this is not easy for you to do. So for my Elise, as an example, for somebody who's trying to get on a TEDx stage, find people that are saying it's not easy. It's not easy to get on a TEDx stage. How are you doing it, my Elise? I don't know how you do it. It's not easy for me. So how are you doing it? Okay, easy. That's your first one. All right. Who can guess my second one? You have easy as number 1. What is your second E? What does that stand for? Go put it in the comments. First person to get it is going to receive $500 in Manny Bucks. I'll go and give you guys a few seconds to put it in the comments. What do you guys think it is? And by the way, it is not any of the first couple of words that you guys, actually, let me see. Is it? Let me see. No, it's not. So far, it has not been guessed yet with all of the E's that we've had. Experience, entertain, energy, educate, elevate, explain, empathy. No, not empathy, not everywhere. Keep guessing, keep guessing. I'll give you guys a couple of more seconds to guess. What do you guys think it is? What do you guys think it is? I see some private chats. Are those engage? Says Boyce. Nope, not engage, not engage. Any other guesses? I'll give you guys another 10 seconds. Eliminate, says Maya Lisa. That's a good guess, but is not correct. It is not correct. What is the next one? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jenilyn says enjoy. Boyce says effort. Unfortunately, it is not any of those. It is not every day. The answer is exciting. Yes, it is exciting. Okay. What do I mean by for day one? Find something that is exciting for you to go learn about and talk about. It's got to be exciting for you. Like you got to be like, oh yes. When people bring up the topic, they're talking like, think about this. If there was a conversation happening that was 10, 20 feet away from you and you heard that topic being discussed, you would feel the urge to want to go join that conversation. That's exciting, right? You go watch YouTube videos on it constantly, right? You're learning about it. You would go pay to go learn from somebody in that industry. Exciting. That's exciting, all right? For my day ones. For my dream builders, you got to find people that it is not exciting for them to go learn about and talk about that concept. For example, Maya Lisa, right? If I sent them a bunch of videos to go watch on the strategy of how to get on a TEDx stage, would they be excited to go watch those videos? The people who are going to pay you are not going to be excited to go watch those videos. All right. So a simple question would be, hey, if I sent you 10 videos that showed you a step-by-step, would you be pretty excited to go watch those? Would you like set time aside, or would that not really be too exciting for you, right? Utilize that question. It's a very, very powerful qualifier, all right? Exciting. I know. How do you miss that, Jeff? You're like the most exciting person to go learn about and listen to, brother. I love it. So exciting. You missed that one. You missed it. You missed it. All right, the third one, though, the third one should be pretty easy to get because it has been already shared, but I need you guys to go ahead and put it in the next comment. What is the last E? The last E. Who has the last E? It has been said in one of the examples, but I'm not going to give it away. Extraction? Dang, girl, what do you think we're doing over here? We're going to go save some lives. We got to extract some people. We're not special forces. We ain't going that far. Educate. It is not educate. That's a good guess from both Maya Lisa and from Brenda. Engage. It is not engage. It is not expertise. Taking out what is necessary. What is not necessary is extraction. I know. I watch too many, I guess, special ops movies and stuff. I'm thinking extraction. I'm thinking we have to go special ops and save some people. Hey, we may be doing that with the sex trafficking stuff. We did an interview with Operation Underground Railroad. They do a lot of extraction. So definitely something there. Entertain is not entertain. Somebody's got to get it. I want to give somebody some Manny bucks today. Come on, guys. Give me the E's. There's only one more E that we are missing. One more. Somebody's got to get it. Somebody's got to get it. Boyce says engage. It's not engage. Jelen says educate. It's not educate. It's not enjoy. Come on, guys. You got this. What is it? It's not educate. It's not entertain. Come on. There's only one word. It's been said multiple times. Come on, people. Come on. Just get it. Get it. What is the last E, folks? I want to give somebody some Manny bucks here, folks. I need to give it. Boom. There it is. Experience. Congratulations, Brenda. You just won $500 in Manny Bucks. Yes, the last E is experience. For my day one entrepreneurs, I need you to focus on experience. You need to build experience with what you do. So if you want to get paid to do something, first thing you must do is do it yourself. Do not go sell something that you read in a book. Do not go sell something that somebody else has created. If you're doing affiliate marketing, that's totally different. I get that. But when you're a consultant or a coach or a mentor and you want to get paid for a service that you're teaching others how to do, you best have done that yourself. You need your own experience to get it done. You need to do it at least once. Bare minimum, get those results at least once. Jeff wants to know, what are Manny Bucks? Oh, I'll get to that in a second, brother. All right. So experience, let me explain that before I get too off track, because you know my ADD just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Squirrel. You know what I'm saying? All right, so experience. Day one entrepreneurs, you need real world experience. Go out there, implement whatever it is that you want to get paid to do. So easy, exciting experience. It's got to be easy for you to do. It's got to be exciting for you to go learn about and talk about, and you got to have experience in getting measurable results. Keyword measurable. Okay, most people forget that. They think results don't have to be measurable. All right. My first guess was last. Right there you go. It was your first one was right there. You had a little dyslexic on there, Maya Lisa. It was backwards for you. You're good to go now. All right. So looking at the experience side for business. Okay, you want to find somebody, if you're prospecting, who does not have the experience in getting the results that you have. So for my Lisa's example, I love just keep going back. It's so easy to work with, right? With TEDx, find somebody who hasn't been on a TEDx stage, right? It's going to be easy for you to find somebody that's going to do business with you if they have not already done it. If they've done it already, they're just going to go back to the process they used before. They're like, I've done this. Why would I pay somebody to do it again, right? So looking at that, you want to find somebody who has not already done what you are trying to do, but they want to, right? They know, they see your experience. You're already where they're trying to go, right? Like if I was teaching, I'm a best-selling author. If I was teaching people how to become a best-selling author, I could do that because I've done it, right? I could say, here's what I did to become a best-selling author, right? And that could be the process I teach. Same thing with each of you. You just got to look at what your own experience is and say, hey, I've done this. Who wants to learn the process, right? Like just recently, I counted up all my Facebook Reels videos because I was like, dude, there's too many of these that are over 1 million already. I've got to have a decent amount of views now. So I went and literally, let me show you this to you guys. You think I'm crazy. Some people think, no, you did it, Manny. You didn't go count up all your videos. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm that crazy. I'm nuts because I wanted to turn it into a process. I was like, I figured out a way to actually get this working. Like my average view count right now on Facebook Reels is over 900,000 views per video. The average view count per video right now, counting my videos that are getting about 1,000 views to some of them that are getting 40 million views and more. How am I doing that, right? There's a process to it. So first thing I did is like, well, let's see what the number is, right? How much of the actual process can I actually teach? Because I can't teach something I haven't actually done myself. So I'm not going out there saying, hey guys, how to get 1 billion views on Facebook. Well, did I get 1 billion views on Facebook? No, I'm not going to teach that, right? So what I'm going to teach, I'm going to teach what I actually got. So let me show you guys what I did here. All right. Let me share my screen again. Let's go close out that one. Let's go to share screen, Chrome tab, master data. There we go. All right. Can you guys see it now? Am I sharing it? Oh, I'm not sharing it yet. Give me a second. Boom, bada, boom, pow. There we go. Oh, that looks weird. Let's do it this way. There we go. All right. So here's what I did. So usually whenever I want to track something, I just create a spreadsheet and I start tracking data. I'm really good with spreadsheets. So I started, what happened here? Calculations are way off. All right, hold on. Okay, that's why. Dun, 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 dun. Need to go 3. There we go. All right, so here's what I did. Started tracking the numbers. So I basically just took all of my videos and I put them in order by dates, basically of pushing them out. I have a title of them, and let me show you so you guys can actually see this. Go on my Facebook here. This is what I did. So on my Facebook Reels, you'll see I have 110 Reels, 58,000 followers, and then look at the view counts on these things. So 22,000, let's see, where's the one that's got like 41 million on this one, 138,000. These are all the recently ones, 556,000. Then you start scrolling down here and you'll start seeing like a million views constantly. So you have, let's see, like 220,000, 646,000, 1.4 million. And they're all just meme videos. They're just funny things that I find on the internet that I know gets people engaging. The secret sauce to Facebook Reels is comments. If you can get people to comment on your video, every comment is like an extra 1,000 views, right? And then you've got videos like this one that will have 41 million views. Can you guess how many comments are on that video? 9,800 comments, 590,000 shares, and almost 60,000 likes, okay? 9,800, all because literally it's just a video of a guy rolling around saying, you know, once gas hits $5 a gallon, I'm rolling around in this little mop bucket thing. And the craziest thing, the guy who's in this video hits me up on Facebook and he's like, hey, my video, man, it's got a bunch of views, awesome, right? He sends me more videos and he's like, hey, make one like this, make another one. So he sends me more videos and I've got this one going where it's literally the same guy and he's like got other stuff. He's like at $5 a gallon. I'm like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Let's do another one. But that's the thing. It's like, you know, simple strategies to that. And what I did is I counted them up. So I went into my Google Sheet here and I just started calculating all of the views. I just went through and see how many views and just typed in the amount and let it all count up. And a couple of days ago, I went on Facebook and I made a comment. I literally broke down the process. I'm like, all right, this is exactly what I did. This is the app I use to get videos. This is what I do to share them. This is how I find certain videos. This is how I post them. This is how I put the comments on there. And it made it super simple, made it into a process. And then gave the process away in exchange for data. Okay, this is how easy it is to create this 3E thing. All I did was take something that's easy for me, posting content, finding funny videos online. That's easy, right? Is this exciting? Heck yeah, it's fun. All the time I'm just sitting there on iFunny and looking at funny videos whenever I have some free time. And experience, okay, the experience comes in. Have I been able to do this and get measurable results? And that is yes, right? I calculated up. I had 140 million views on that piece of content. 140 million views, not on the one content, but all the combined content. So then I made a post. I'm trying to find it here. That's why it's taking so long here. But I made a post. Here it is. Let me go and make this part bigger. Let me take off that banner real quick and go back to here. So I made a post on Facebook. I generated over 140 million views with no ads. Want a blueprint on how I did it for free? 116 comments, okay? That's 116 more phone numbers that if I didn't already have, they will gladly give me their phone number in exchange for that blueprint. And now I have somebody, let's say my business was doing this. I mean, it's not, I just want to give this away for free. But let's say that was my business. That was my business, teaching people how to create this type of content. That's 113 more prospects of people who already see me as an expert on doing that because I've got the experience, the social proof of right there to say, hey, I did this. Do you guys want it? Do you want to learn how I did it? I'll give it to you for free. And then exchange the data. You go right back into that process I taught you guys on the first segment where I said, hey, go ahead and get the cell phone number and ask questions. Ask them if they're getting results. And if that's your business that you get paid to do, that's where you then invite them to a call and say, here's the free version, here's the paid version. Where would you like to go? It's that simple, folks. Not too difficult to do. I see a lot of comments were coming in. Geez, a lot of comments. All right, let's see here. Never doubt crypto or stock. Oh, I think somebody's spamming. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know who this ma'am is. Let me go block them. Give me a second. I have 58,000 followers, folks. I can't always control who's commenting on all my stuff. But you're going down there, ma'am. I'm going to find you. Where you at, ma'am? Where you at, girl? Let's see. She's on my Facebook. Is she on my Facebook group? Which one is she at? We're going to get you, ma'am. Where's she at, guys? Where is this spammer? Network of influence. I think it's in this one. Let's go see. I don't see the comment on there. It must be on my profile. But for some reason, they're not showing on my profile. She's like sneaking in her comments. This is crazy. How is she doing this? We're going to get you, girl. I think she just ran off. Maybe she got blocked on Facebook. They're like, hey, spammer. You know what's crazy? I actually have Facebook protecting my stuff now. Like literally, I had to sign up for this Facebook Protect because I have so many followers. They make me do this two-factor authorization. They track my stuff. I think they're just waiting to censor me. It's pretty much what it is, but who knows? All right, so let's get back to the other stuff. Dang, man, that's insane. What's insane about it, Jeff? Let me know. I'm going to be studying your stuff and making some meme videos. You are a genius, haha, in one of those comments on that post. There you go. I want to learn. Take my number. See, they'll give you your phone number if they love what you're teaching them, right? If they're not going to give you their phone number, they won't like. Will you do a birthday reel? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think so. I don't know. Like a reel just to like get people talking about the birthday. Is that what you're talking about, Maya Lisa? Let me see. I got her on stream in the back. Let's see what she's talking about. What you talking about, Maya Lisa?
Well, you can either do it about your birthday, but I think it'd just be fun to focus on birthday reels since, you know.
What do you mean, like on my birthday, do a reel or like tell people happy birthday in their reels, or what do you mean?
No, not tell happy birthday in the reels. That'd be kind of cool though. But just because you're going to be celebrating one, then do some birthday reels. Like find the memes and the little videos about birthdays.
See, that's smart right there. See, you learn something every day, man. I wasn't even thinking about that. There you go. Topics, right? Trending topics. It's going to be my birthday. That's going to be kind of trending in a sense, at least on my profile for that day. And then putting content out that's just like maybe some kid getting his face smashed in a birthday cake, something funny, right? But if you guys, here's the simple strategy, guys. If you guys want the 140 million view reel strategy, here's exactly what I do, okay? I go on this app called iFunny. It's a little app. Let me get you this, the little logo branding. It's a little smiley face app. See, that little app, just put iFunny in either iPhone or Android. Like, again, I don't get paid for none of this stuff. This is all free. And I just find videos, like it's all memes, and then there'll be videos. So like that, right? And then I'll listen to the video. One of the cool ways to kind of gauge if you're going to get a lot of comments is just see how many comments it already has, right here. This is basically another social media platform that features content. And then the easiest way to get the content is, let's say I like this. Let's say this is a real, oh, whoops. Put some boobies there. My bad. I hope I don't get banked, man. Literally, I was just trying to show you guys a meme and somebody was flashing her boobs. Sorry about that. All right, so hiking with my best friend. You just never know when you're doing social media stuff. Hopefully no booby pops out. Okay, it's a dog. Okay, that should be safe. All right, so hiking with my best friends. Let's say I like that video. All I do is I share it via email, and then it just attaches it to an email. So now it's basically saved to my device now instantly. And then there, you can do that, or you could just like save video, however way you save the video, screen share, whatever. But then I just go straight into Facebook and I share the reel. I share it as a reel and I just make some type of funny comment that it could be like, wait for the end, or, oh my gosh, that was funny, or I didn't expect that to happen. Something where it's like, make them look, like make them, focus on there's something going to happen in that content, which is the reason why I shared it. And as long as it's focused on getting comments, that's what wins. I noticed if I don't get comments, I don't get views. That's the strategy. It's so simple. It's if it hasn't engaged people to comment on the video dies at 1,000 to 2,000 views. And you get a lot of like that. But then if you start getting a bunch of comments, like my first ever video was really awesome. It was 15 million views. The first ever video I popped up on what's it called? On the Reels here. And this is really, look at what it is. I'll show it to you guys. Tell me this isn't cool. Yeah, okay, sir. And then my comment, America. Super simple, but 6,500 comments on that already. So, you know, get people talking. If you can get people talking, you're going to get more reach. It's really that simple.
That's why you have to add number 4, which is engage then.
Engage. Yes, you could definitely engage, but you're messing up my 3E formula here, girl. So no, add 4. We can do a 4E, but that's just going to add an extra 10 minutes of talking. But yeah, I like that. There you go. The bonus E's. We could do a bonus E section. There we go. I'm going to come up with all kinds of E's and just make it a whole series. That'll be smart. See, my Elisa's got all the cool ideas, man. Y'all better be connecting with her, man. Don't be sleeping on my Elisa. She's got all the cool ideas. All right, lady, I'll let you get back to your fun in the green stage. Have some fun. All right, Jess says, tag someone who has their birthday today. There you go. Tag somebody who's got a birthday today. They should be watching this stuff. They should be celebrating with great insights and opportunities. Here's another one. I need to figure out how some of the reason I'm stuck at 5. Okay, here's a cool little hack. Most people don't know. Okay, your profile could have unlimited followers. Okay, my profile has 5,000 friends. I'm still limited to 5,000 friends, right? But look, my profile, 58,000. Ooh, I need to make sure I don't get to that 666. I don't like that number. But I have 4,399 friends. Look, that's the guy in the video that's doing the mop bucket thing. He's my new friend now on Facebook. Isn't that funny? That's awesome. But yeah, look, 4,399, right? But I still have 58,000 followers on top of that. So in your Facebook settings, in your profile, make sure to unlock the follower structure. That way people can follow you instead of just being able to add you as a friend and that's it. So don't use pages because pages are going to make you pay to be able to reach your audience again. It's the only option. The profile, you cannot pay for advertising. That's what gets all the reach. It's crazy. And what's really weird, it's not live streams anymore. Notice, okay? I'm live right now on Facebook. I have 58,000 followers. Do you see anywhere close to 58,000 people on this live? No, Facebook is not going to push lives anymore. Notice, you don't see lives in your feed anymore. It's so rare to see live streams. So live for me is a way to capture the content. Most of this is going to be on demand for the viewership inside of the school. And then of course, reaching some of the awesome people that were able to get here on video with us. So it's pretty awesome. Welcome to the show, Jeffrey. You're kind of reaching us 3 minutes left to the show. So you're kind of on the tail end of it, buddy. But next time, I might even be starting to do these weekly, just doing maybe a shorter time frame, getting everybody in and maybe like a 1 hour thing for something like this. We'll see. I'm going to get some feedback from some of the people that were able to experience this with us, people like Maya, Lisa, you know what I'm saying? And let us know what they thought about this experience versus what we've been doing for the past couple of years, which has been pretty fun. But I like switching things up. I like making things new. Hey, better late than never. That's what I'm talking about, Jeffrey. You show up, you follow up, and look, you're in my video now, brother. Welcome to the party. All right, so we're pretty much going to wrap this up for now. We've got a couple more minutes to the end of this show. So you guys are all set to go from here. But yeah, thank you for joining me for the very first virtual speed networking via StreamYard. This is kind of a new experience for this, so we'll see how this goes moving forward and other experiences. But we liked it. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a good experience as well. A spin-a-rooney. Yeah, we didn't do any spin-a-roonies. We didn't get to do a lot of stuff that I normally do in Network of Influence. That's kind of why I'm a little bummed out with this little format. because it's just a little different, and I didn't really get to do the fun stuff that I like to do. We didn't get to do all this texting keyword stuff, so I don't know, man. It's a little hit or miss for me on this little format, but we got to test new things. That's the thing. We got to test things. We got to see what works, see what people like. I did be honest. I expect a lot more people to be on this because it's a lot easier to attend than StreamYard, or not StreamYard, than Remo. You don't have to log in. You don't have to plug into your desktop computer. But interestingly enough, we get more people on Remo. It's very interesting. So I don't know. Very interesting to me. But maybe it's because it's brand new. People are expecting the Remo, and they're like, "Where's the Remo?" They're like, "No Remo. Where's it at?" Was that kind of how you were thinking, Maya Lisa, or were you kind of expecting something new today? Kind of put you on the spot, though. I was like, "Hey, where you at?"
I'm still expecting Remo.
You were expecting Remo? Okay, cool. So I don't know. I'll look at it. Maybe we'll do Remo still and this as kind of another added value because with the Remo, it is definitely a different, more inclusive, and I can actually see everybody moving around. So I can't see.
I love this part for being on the stage, but then I miss the interaction with the other people on Remo.
Yeah. The only thing I was looking at was like some people don't get the Remo, and so they're sitting there on a table by themselves, and they're like texting me, "Manny, what's going on? Nothing's happening." And I'm like, "You got to move to people. Can you see all the other people?" They're like, "No, I'm on my phone." So like the phone experience is really bad on Remo for a few experiences for a lot, but this was going to be an easier option. So we'll see. Maybe we'll mix both of them together. Who knows? But I'll play around with some options. We're gonna focus on getting some eyeballs. That's the idea. So thank you for that feedback, Maya. I'll let you get back to the backstage again. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We're at 3 hours, so we'll wrap it up now. And I hope you guys had a great experience. If you're watching on the replay, thank you. Text in, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Always remember, you are too blessed to be stressed. Now go serve your way to success. Deuces.